Up a dinkle.
Next time I'll be sure to mute.
Cereal in a cup.
I will
That's what I
leave
got.
your mic off first. All right, anyway, greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. I am Dan Latham, also known as Shedit Dugar, and I'd like to welcome you to Roll Hit Die Presents Dungeons. Yes, thank you. With veterans. While we're sitting here thinking about that, let's turn that off. Our continuing game of my little homebrew deal that has expanded as we play. My players, let them introduce themselves, starting with who is directly below me as far as on the screen is concerned, Sergeant Rock.
Hi there, I'm Fritz. I'm a retired reservist. I'm running Sergeant Rock, who is a World War II soldier who has found himself in this land and is, helping figure things out. He's really a warlock with everything reskinned, so Eldritch Blast is an M1 rifle and Shatter is a grenade. And he's running around with a guy named Surge.
Yes. So, I joined these fellows back on a boat. Oh, it's been an adventure. And then I'm just a normal little shifter druid. Nothing spectacular. Nothing crazy. Just, a 16-year-old with the ability to reincarnate people. What could go wrong, High tier magic. What's going to happen when you give that to a child, basically?
Oh no.
Oh.
But
Apparently,
you didn't actually introduce yourself.
apparently, you start giving it to other children. Yes.
Of course.
What is your actual name there, Serge?
Well, my name is Curtis Ross. I play on Fridays and Sundays, you see here. But yes, I do play Surge here. He is a interesting character to play.
Now, one of the newest party members to the group that was taken off ice.
Hi, my name is Tara. I am playing Belfie Twinblade, who recently has been woken up from a cryogenic time stop, if you will, and who is trying to find out what happened to the remnants of her family after she disappeared over 1,000 years ago. And evidently, I am also helping play Ducks today because a member could not be here. So we have a halfling monk barbarian rogue who I am sure to flub up at some point. So when you watch this back, Sir Ducks, don't be upset.
Oh, be sure to get the accents right.
I will not. I will not. But I will try. Maybe.
Wait, what accent was that, Fritz?
I'm trying to figure that out myself.
Was
Ducks,
that
I
like
guess.
Colonel Clink or something?
Royce, I don't think it's going to be that hard to get it a little bit closer than you did.
Okay, that sounded Irish.
We'll go
Close
a little.
enough.
It's gonna be more Irish than what he does because I can't do the stuff. Oh, my computer! I should clean that up. Next.
Next is Corporal.
Yes, I am Christy. I am former Army Reserve and U.S. Navy. I play Corporal Punishment, the Tiefling Paladin, and her trusty horse, Unicorn, Alicorn
Whatever, corn.
thing, Fred.
Candy corn.
And below me is the current Lich of the group, who looks like a Lich tonight.
Yeah. Howdy. I am Marcus Scott. I am playing Brother May. I lovable man of the cloth who constantly gets accused of harassing women in the streets.
Just stop touching women's boots, man. I don't know. It's weird.
I didn't touch her boots.
You're muted, Sergeant Rock.
Yeah, it's
Even
probably...
by the actual authorities for that very thing.
Yes, pretty much detained and questioned.
So is she. So we're going to figure out if she actually had anything to do with the kids disappearing. But anywho, that's me.
All right, so before we get into one of my players, they can sit and decide amongst themselves who's going to give us a recap of what happened last week. I'd like to point out that we use Roll20 for our maps and for our miniatures to show my players as well as our viewers what exactly is going on the screen. Not all the time, but most of the time we do our encounters up here on the screen. Also, I would like to point out that come the 7th of November, we are going to be doing an all-day gaming thing for the Extra Life, which is for the Children's Miracle Network. We will have 3 games, one run by Ronnie, who is side ear on our Friday game, one run by myself, and one ran by Brother May I himself, Marcus Scott. Now, exactly what those time slots are, don't know yet, but we will be starting at 9 o'clock in the morning. We'll have one at 9, one at 2, and one at 7. The particular programs of which are going to be in those slots have not been determined yet, but one will be a one-shot from those folks at GUI Cube, who is our sponsor for our Friday night games. One will be an episode of the campaign that Ronnie's going to be running to take the place of our Friday game until the next chapter comes out. And I believe, Marcus, you'll be running was it the Rim of the Frost Maiden?
Honestly, I have no idea. It's been bouncing back between that, Starfinder, VTM. Just come check out.
I mean, your players might like to know what they're going to be signing up for. What slot would you like to do, since we're sitting here anyway?
Yeah, exactly, that one.
Okay.
Good. Makes perfect sense. Makes everything easier to organize.
Liches in your game?
I mean, hey, I gave you that handout. Do you want to use that handout to become a lich?
Maybe.
For a prereq?
So now,
yeah, 13th level spells.
Also, on top of that, you can check right below the screen here, and you will see the link. One is just a link directly to mine, but if you read in the description, you'll see the link to our team created for collecting funds and stuff for the Extra Life.
Your life?
Yes.
Speaking of that, got an email back from the group. The reason why that is because there is no... The way you donate to the team is donate to whichever individual person on the team there is. That's why there's not a team link.
All right, so we'll make it a point to put a link for each individual player in the description for that day so that you can actually donate to that player for different reasons, like, the extra rolls, advantage, who knows, maybe even something quirky as voice acting, or your character has this flaw, things along those natures. We'll discuss more about that come time. Let's see, what else can we...
You have to change the bubble gifts, by the way.
Oh, why, thank you very much. I did not do that. Our bubble gifts, as I'm being reminded, need to be changed from our Strahd campaign. There we go. You can give advantage to me or the players. No. Yep, that's turning it on. Okay, good. Or you can give disadvantage to me or the players. There's also a GUI item.
Mostly that one.
GUI reward, or the random DMG item for the particular level that they are currently running.
I also have an announcement, if that's okay.
Go for it. What you got?
So November 12th through 15th, online completely, is Midwest Game Fest. It's all tabletop hobby gaming online, and GUI Cube is a major corporate sponsor this year. And I'll put the link in the chat room if you want to sign up. We are running like 15 tables of GUI games.
Do me a favor.
Nice.
Put that
And
link in the Roll20.
Okay.
Because it will not show up in the chat room, because I've got the links turned off because of all those people who like to join in and say...
Hey, if you want to be famous...
Yes, I've got those...
Yeah, just buy bots. It's that easy.
Yes, just,
Don't you want to be famous?
So if you would like
That was just a little, slip of the... Oh.
So we're running like 15 tables. We also have a GUI Gurus panel. We're going to be doing a minis presentation with Harry and a whole bunch of fun stuff. So hopefully everyone can sign up and have some good times.
All right.
Yeah, do that.
Now, which one of you are going to give a recap for last session?
Well, I can do that if no one else wants to.
Sweet. Apparently, I can link it. So there it is.
Yes, you can link it, but people who are not the streamer can't because spam.
So the link is now currently in the chat for you, so you can actually check it out. Source, of course, maybe if I was tech savvy. I would have known that beforehand. For any other links anybody else in the group would like to pass out, just put it in the chat. I'll pop it up there. All right, so who's doing it?
All right, I can. So we were doing a heist.
Dun,
And by
dun,
we,
dun,
I
dun,
mean
dun, 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 dun,
Dux,
dun,
Belfie,
dun,
Rock
dun.
were inside doing the heist, and I was hanging out, keeping eyes out as a bird with many other birds. So they were going through. They discovered that what they found was a mimic. So they took care of that. Rock put the bag or the carpet into his bag. Carpet is smothering. They took care of that mimic. Belfie snuck out into the room across the hall, looked all around, found a wire that is probably part of an alarm spell and would trip if that door or window was open. Continued her way through the rooms, found a bathroom, found a closet with a suit missing. And then they continued back out into the hallway. Dux was seen by the two golems.
Yeah,
Right.
thanks.
Animated armor.
Animated armor, yeah.
Animated armor with, some decent spells put into the armor.
Decent.
Yeah.
Just time stop. No
Yeah,
big.
Just like a 9th level spell and, nothing else. Nothing big.
No,
So-
no, nothing at all. Like
So yeah,
wall of force and lightning bolt and things like that.
just little things, just things you can just kind of brush off. Rock went out, saw them. Belfie made her way. Rock looked at the two animated armor, put them in the room in the farthest corner he could see, and took everyone 120 feet forward.
Scatter spell.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. They continued to search the rooms. Dux went in the far one, went in there, went across, and then started going through drawers looking for this cube. Rock, I believe you made your way and just changed or stayed at the back, maybe in the doorway. Belfie went to the opposite room. She searched it, didn't find anything, went back out, and then found the room with the cube. Well,
A lot of traps.
yep, full of traps that kept rearming themselves. And then the golem the armor started making its way back. Rock put them in a force cage. Yep. He locked them down pretty well.
And all the creeps that were coming up behind them.
Yep. You blocked the staircase, the hallway, them, the whole shebang.
Small army.
Yep.
And then I like the little container that had the mimic in it that Belfie found. She busted the glass and it wasn't empty.
It was a gelatinous cube, I believe, inside the glass.
No way you could tell it was.
Yep. Yep. Dux went into a room, got something covering the door. So they got the cube, far stepped out of there after some more, flying swords or what they be, and more animated armor maybe. I'm not sure what that was.
Animated
Besides-
swords, I believe, was the thing you had to deal with in that room.
Okay, so yeah, that's what it was. I was trying to remember.
I think the biggest issue might have been what was holding the cube in the air behind a glass wall.
Yep. She was able to get that out with a crowbar, with her deft skills of yanking with that.
And really lucky dice roll.
So,
It was-
so what it,
it was
sounds
the
like
potion.
sounds like to me, you
It was the
guys
potion.
have gotten to the house. You already stole a rug, a very expensive rug, and stuck it in a bag. So right off the gate, you're already taking more than you're supposed to be taking.
That's fine.
You've destroyed an end table. Granted, it was alive, but it was still an end table. Then you've activated the traps and all the animated items.
To be fair, we activated traps before any of that.
You broke
Yes.
into the guy's pet aquarium to steal its toy, and left the pet to run free in the house, I guess.
Yeah, because then
yeah.
you guys far stepped onto the rug that I was sitting on, and we took off.
The part where Dux, he went into a room and just kind of tossed it.
Yeah.
Looking for the cube.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
looking for the cube. He didn't quite find it, though.
Yeah.
He did
So-
completely.
Yeah. He shadow stepped onto the roof and away.
This
But
is
at
fine.
aside from all that, very low signature. It's like we were
Hey.
never there.
Yeah.
If you don't want people,
No honor erased.
besides, they think it was the Drow because of some really good thinking.
Yep. Yep.
Huge.
I polymorphed Belfie and then I wild shaped. We flew back to the inn. I noticed that there was this shadowy figure and May I near each other. May I looking like maybe he was looking for something down there. Dux was, shadow stepping, just doing his own thing, running across the ground, getting his way back to the inn. Rock, you flew down, I believe, and then you joined the guards. Did you join the guards when they were running up? Dux.
Rock was
Corporal
headed
did.
back to the inn, and he
Yeah.
happened to notice Corporal P had hooked up with the guards that were responding to some kind of robbery.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Could have been anything.
Yep.
Could have been
Dux.
any house.
I don't know
Yep.
what was going on, but I thought, hey, let's go check out. If there was some robbery there, maybe we can help. So
Yeah.
I joined in on that and got back to the place and noticed that there probably needed to be some evidence of some drow activity, and I had a drow dart in my pocket, so I just dropped that in the yard
That's
of that.
two good deeds done
Yep.
because
The-
now the guards are looking for the Drow who we knew took the kids. So now
Yeah.
everybody's looking for the right people.
Yep.
Yep.
Good
The,
job.
the needle
Good
was
job,
placed at the scene.
There was a few more issues that happened prior to everybody taking their short rest, I'm assuming.
Yes.
I think
So
some took
May
long
I
rest.
decided to have this bright idea as me and Belfie got back to the inn and we're stepping in the front door. A fireball went off on the other end of town. So we just went inside. You know what? That's not our problem right now.
I was chasing the guy who's taking the kids. He hit on me. I couldn't see him, so I fired the fireball to light up the sky and
We just heard you were chasing tail.
Was that shadowy figure taking the kids? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
I
So
don't
you
know,
were
but
put
she
in a
got
cloud
arrested.
of darkness. You were put into a cloud of darkness, which you didn't see, but the guards saw, and they were all freaked out. So you just kind of made your way out of the darkness. No big deal. You met up with Rock,
No.
and then you
Yep.
you went away, and you were like, "Oh, hey, you lady, what are you doing out? That's weird." And things were said, things were done. She said you sexually harassed her. You said she sexually harassed you. You both went to jail and were detained.
To the precinct house, at least.
Yes.
Yeah, for questioning.
So after both sides and all that were said, she had already left. No files charged, and then you left. You eventually made your way back to the inn, and Rock, you stayed out all night. Corporal and Belfie, you only took short rests, but everyone else, I think Dux, me, and May I all took long rests. But Rock, you also get yours because of your whole shenanigans of being
Yeah, Rock doesn't need to do
long
his,
rest.
to staying up all night, and he did surveillance of the house that we knew have a bunch of kids in the basement.
Yes.
So, as you guys are finishing up your rests, give me a d20.
Mm-hmm. Simple enough, not too high.
All right. With that, you gain advantage on an ability check.
All right, I'll just put a tube next to that. Perfect.
All right. So, let's see. Your day ended somewhere around 2 in the morning, I believe, is what I said.
Yep, because
So-
the person came and the drunk, to me, came over to our table, and that's when they did the exchange, and it was at like 2 in the morning.
Yep, an exchange that you may or may not have noticed.
I mean, who knows?
Did you try to even see if you noticed it?
They were talking odd, but I didn't roll to see if I noticed it. No, they were just weird.
Well, they did do a really big sleight of hand check, so
Yeah, I probably wouldn't.
she did. I think she
Depending
did
on the number,
34.
I can't even. Let me see. Can I hit that? No. Actually, yes. If I guidance myself and get a 3 or a 4, I can meet that, but I have to crit
Well, do you
with the roll.
do you wish to give it a shot?
Nah.
All right.
No, I'm fine.
All right. So the evening goes by. You guys wake up the next morning. You all right there, Marcus?
Yeah, sorry.
Just making sure you're good to go.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Who had the long rest? Who had the short rest? I think.
Long rest, Marcus. I think you also took a long rest.
Yes.
Short rest.
Rock,
Right.
you took a long rest doing your normal patrolling. And then short rest. Duck's also got a long rest.
All right.
And
So
Dak can get
with
one.
that, you guys are about mid. Let's see. It's almost lunchtime by the time most of you come downstairs.
Okay.
Cool.
And
Sounds
there's
good
a
to me.
few people in the tavern already. Some hushed conversations going on. Sir, you do pick up with your extremely high passive perception. Conversation about the strange happenings that happened last night. The fireball spell going off above town with no indication what it was about. The fact that when they went to investigate, some of the guards said the whole entire neighborhood was blacked out. There was the robbery at the merchant's home. A couple guards were killed in the process. City watch guards, that is, were killed in the process of investigating it. Yeah, something about a cube devouring them.
Oh.
Okay.
Somebody should have safed that room.
Yeah, that apparently when they got there to investigate it, they found evidence that might indicate somebody using sleep darts for some reason. But a couple of them went upstairs to investigate the possible affected area of the breaking and entering, were surprised or caught off guard by the gelatinous cube that nobody could see until they were literally standing in it.
Ah.
What's the problem with clear cubes?
I was like, wait, who killed him? You guys didn't kill anyone, did you?
Didn't
Oh. There was a
Yeah.
gelatinous cube in there?
Yep.
Now, mind you, the rest of the security devices were didn't harm them, but the gelatinous cube was not part of the security device. It was literally locked up in a glass case till somebody broke it loose.
That is on the homeowner who's keeping a dangerous pet.
This is true. No, they
Yeah.
are going to have to pay some restitution
Yeah,
to those families.
give me an investigation check.
Who?
Oh, I'm so good at that.
The two of you who said something about the homeowner being at fault.
All right. Let's see if I can get my mouse to go over to the clicker.
Hey, it's not a failure, and you can't reroll it, sadly.
It is a failure, but you can't re-roll it. With an investigation of an 11, I will allow you to know that the homeowner has vehemently put in the fact that the cube was dropped in his place somewhere, and he had no idea where it was from. So whoever broke into his house and stole his items, his very prized rug, as well as destroyed some
Dangerous.
other things, and stole a collector's item that he will not elaborate on. They left behind or summoned this creature into his home to let it run amok and destroy more things. So it was not his, it was theirs.
Those filthy drow.
That's lying. It's clear lying. But Rock is
Nope,
not
filthy
saying
drow.
lies. But Rock is going to say, "Huh?" And there was evidence of drow. That fits because drow are known to
What-
bring gelatinous cubes into their target areas.
What are drow?
Rock will explain.
I mean, the only thing they found was like a weird dart with some sort of poison in it. I don't know what that goes to.
Yeah, the drow commonly use that kind of dart.
Oh, do they?
Yeah,
I never knew that.
There was a drow spotted having to do with the taking of the children, and now the evidence of a drow may have been using darts outside the house, and now the gelatinous cube really drives home because drow commonly use gelatinous cubes to do that kind of thing. I need to roll really high on this thing here, so I'm going to use my
I'll pat you on the back with some guidance.
yeah.
Don't they also usually have black puddings
That'd be-
as well?
Can I be your hype man and help you with the deception?
Okay, that'll save my advantage.
I have a high deception, so.
You also have a guidance.
really max this out. So yeah, the guidance will get thrown into 22. 22. It's not bad.
Let's see. We'll check.
I mean, they're just drunks in a bar, Dan.
Yeah, well, they believe you. I mean, what do they know? They're, like she said, just drunks in a bar.
Are they day drinking already?
Well, no.
They're sobering
Perfect.
up
Look,
in the
it's
bar.
been a long night, okay?
This morning after stuff might be
Oh,
some
it's
hair
lunchtime now.
pancakes.
Yeah, it might be your lunchtime, but it's my evening time. I worked all night.
Oh, and what do you do?
Well, I'm gonna guess that they're guards. If they worked all night and it's their evening.
Worked all night on the docks.
There you go.
Give me just a moment. Do.
Yep, I'm going through my
And
morning spells.
Yes.
It should
Yeah.
be coming towards you.
It's a good thing. I don't need that. That one won't be bad to have. That one's always nice to have.
All right. Sorry about that.
No
So,
problem.
yeah, they say they work on the docks at night, so that's why they're in there drinking now. They're ending their shift.
Fair enough.
Fucking judgy ass adventurers.
You're not wrong, dear.
So, what'd y'all like to do?
Well, we have some stuff, don't we, may I? Getting enchanted and whatnot, all that fun stuff. Mine apparently won't be done till this afternoon sometime, but
Really? It's taking that long on your stuff? Huh. Yeah. But yeah, let's go pick it up.
Excuse me, sir.
Who?
which one?
Yes, you. I'm been tasked with delivering a message to you.
Well, what's the message?
You are to stay away from Lady Arya at all cost. If you value
Who's
your
Lady?
life,
Who's Lady Aura?
that would be the woman you accosted last night.
I didn't cost a single damn woman last night.
Well, that is not mine to say. I am just here to deliver the message. Consider yourself served, and he hands you some documentation and leaves.
I'll read over the documentation.
It's a restraining order.
I will look at that, and then we'll have to make a stop on the way back. And I'll put a restraining order on against her.
All right, as long as you're not planning on going to see her and causing any issues.
Mm-hmm. We will see. Because I know she's behind something.
Is she?
Well, when I'm chasing this dark figure running across...
Oh, so you were chasing
Rooftops.
that person on the rooftops last night.
Yes, and then
We
when
may
I
have
looked at
recon
him,
by fire. He was doing recon by fireball.
yeah,
A bear
and then
named-
she weighs me down after I lose contact.
Well, I mean, that person was
Wondering-
still running along the roofs. I saw him. You were pretty close, but you were looking in the complete wrong direction.
Oh, why didn't you say something?
Yeah.
I was in the middle of something else a little more pressing.
You were busy.
No,
Not to mention blocks away.
Yeah.
just saying. They tried to cast
Perhaps
darkness on
we
me.
could
and
talk about
realized-
this in private, not down at the dining tables.
So you're the one that cast the fireball last night. Oh, okay. I was wondering about that.
I was trying to stop this evil woman trying to take the kids.
Evil woman. What evil woman?
Was it a woman or was it a man?
Lady. I'll read the name off of the thing.
Really?
Arya.
She's not evil.
Nothing to do with her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, her and her husband live up there in that big house up there in the above the trade ward. They've been around here for years.
Yeah, and I'm sure she loves her husband not for his wealth.
I would know. She's the one that's got the wealth, not him.
Huh?
Apparently, she comes from some far off land and very, very wealthy there. High standings in her family is what I think the words was.
As she tries to solicitate from a man of cloth.
Don't think she'd do that. It doesn't sound like her. She has never been seen taking another man to her house. You must have been doing something weird if she flagged you down. Were you like, walking drunkenly, looking in windows, flying on a carpet?
No, I was chasing the drow that was chasing the dark figure that was.
So you were just running around in the streets in the dark and she waved you down?
Yep.
Deception check.
Yep. Because you were not on the ground when she waved you down.
I feel like that might be an insight check.
Deception.
Well, I've already rolled the insight, so yeah.
Yeah, no, I am very concerned about what happened last night. It's going to be the 18,
And
so 21.
you're inciting on, yeah. So you got a 21
May I?
to beat May. Oh,
Well, I mean, I made it.
yeah.
Already
The guy you're talking to believes you were running around on the streets, but Serge is like, I don't think so.
Like, what? That your story's not adding up, but okay.
Well, you know what? I don't know what to say. I don't know why she'd wave you down in the middle of the night like that. And
Yeah, I was getting a little concerned. I scryed on you last night, but I saw you coming around the corner because it was awful late by the time I saw you.
I mean,
Yeah.
she has donated a lot of money over the years for the local law enforcement to, different things. So
Where do you think she gets that money from?
I just
Slave
told you.
trade.
I just told you she's an heiress. She comes
From
from
a slave trade.
Sadly, Ron believes May I. It's kind of bad.
Taking children, making them slaves.
I mean, you said up north, Barrymore's over east.
yeah. this is-
Northeast.
Yeah, what is north of here?
We were north of here. That was what used to be Clareau.
Yeah, well, that clearly wouldn't have been where rich people came from. That was a hamlet.
No, I think she came from a lot farther north.
Oh, yeah, up on the north coast, there's stuff. But
Oh, that's interesting. They've changed the toolbar on Roll20.
Oh,
Yeah, well, we had some recent updates that are pretty important to DMs.
oh, for you. Okay, I was looking at it like, oh, what?
Yeah, the DM map selection menu is probably the biggest change.
Right. Well, thank you for the conversation. If you don't mind, we have a little bit of a private discussion to have, but you have a good
Well, I
morning.
mean, you guys were actually being kind of loud. I couldn't help but
I'm-
hear you over here at the bar.
Yep. Understood. We'll keep it down. Appreciate your time.
All right. So now you guys are. He's like, all right, fine, whatever, and he went back to his lunch or dinner, whatever it is to him.
Morning dinner.
Okay, bye. Just kidding. I don't.
Well, bye.
Brock will give his standard farewell for mid-shift people that are going home. Drive safe, sleep well, in that order.
Like a
dr-
horse and carriage.
Drive. What do you mean drive?
You mean
Assuming
like a
it's-
horse and carriage?
Oh, I don't drive a wagon. I walk from my job to whatever. You're a strange fella.
You know what?
That's the least of it.
That's very true.
Sorry, what y'all doing?
Let's go up to the room and discuss the events of last night in private.
Has anybody seen Corporal yet?
She's normally out at the stable. No idea what she's up to right now.
Well, she would come for breakfast.
Well, I mean, it's noon.
Oh, she might have already been then.
Corporal?
Right. Perhaps.
We-
What
You
did
go
you
to
do
the
this morning when you got up early after your short rest?
So me and Fred finished off what was left of the raw meat, and we went out walking around town again to see if we could see anything interesting, find out more about the robbery.
Walking or flying?
Just walking. Don't want to fly because people get, you know,
A little
itchy
antsy.
on the trigger finger about stuff like that.
So, with your walking around, you do hear about the 2 guards that were killed last night while investigating the robbery. You hear about the strange, sad little man who accosted one of the more higher up noblewomen of the city last night in the wee hours.
It's more like a troll.
The guards were killed where the robbery took place?
Yes, they were.
Okay.
Actually said they were killed somewhere in the house, so they don't know if the culprits were still there or what the whole. You don't catch too much of the elaborate story on it. You just know that they were killed by some sort of cube that was left behind or that was there when they were investigating. You do hear about a dart being found, but nobody has linked the dart to anything else. They just find it interesting that it was found out in the yard.
What?
Not everybody makes
Yes,
the
I wasn't
checks
there at all
like
when
you
that
did.
happened.
That's
Very interesting.
that's pretty much it. As far as any kind of investigation, anything more beyond that. You do
I would
lot of
give
speculations.
my condolences to the town guards for the loss of their comrades.
A lot of questions about the blasting fireball into the sky, and I actually have some local town wizard that's being questioned for it because they didn't know of anybody else who would cast a fireball or who could cast
Maybe
a
it was
fireball.
myself. Could have been a bolide.
And then, of course, there was the darkness spell that was cast right after the fireball spell, so they're still trying to figure out what all. A lot of confusion among the City Watch this morning. Not to mention a lot of chatter and questioning about the fireball that went off above the city market ward last night for whatever purpose.
And I'll take a walk by the estate and see what's going on there.
It's cordoned off, closed up.
So the guards aren't there anymore.
I mean, there's a few posted out front to kind of keep anybody from straggling in, and then of course you see not many from your angle, but if you walk past the opening where the 2 guards are standing posts, you'll see other guards in a different dress inside who seem to be guarding each and every entrance.
Different dress.
Yeah, they're the different outfit. They're not wearing the City Watch outfit. It's almost like they're wearing somebody's personal colors, I guess is the best way to put it. Personal
Again,
livery.
I would stop and give the town guards my condolences on the loss of their comrades. It's a terrible thing. I feel so sorry for you. You must be grieving.
I don't have time to grieve. We got a job to do. But thank you for your condolences, madam.
You're very welcome. I'm just gonna be walking around the city. You guys need me to get you something to drink, something to eat?
No, thank you very much, though.
Okay, you're welcome. Well, if you change your
Be
mind.
careful, because we did hear this talk of some strange man accosting women when they're by themselves. So please watch out. Watch
Oh
out for
yes,
yourself.
they told me about him last night. I haven't seen him though.
Well, if you do, please, maybe let some City Watch know so they can actually question him some more. It seems that he has a type.
Can I know the secret of what type he likes?
They don't know. That's just what they said.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Have you ever had a telephone conversation from one person to the next and the story changes a little bit each time?
Oh, sure.
That's what you're
Oh,
getting.
I see. Well, if he's into
It's
women
gone
with
from
more-
being a little handsy to now he's accosted her and
well, if he's into women with large horns, I'll be sure to watch
yeah,
out. for him.
large horns. I think that's what it was.
Well, I'll try to.
Long horns and big eyes. Yeah, that's what I heard.
I don't know about the big guys, but okay, I'll keep my eyes open about that.
Just be careful is all I gotta say.
Okay, and if anyone tries to lick my boots, I'll let you know.
It's funny you should say that. I think that's what he did.
I thought I heard that too.
And now the story continues to grow. All right, so that's what you're doing all morning while they're resting, sleeping in, and then they're having their lunch. So, continue.
Well, Rock starts realizing we need to go find Corporal P, so he's going to go down to the stables to check up on her.
Working or anything right now, are you?
Huh?
You're not working or anything right now, are you?
No, I'm just live on my show.
Oh, okay. Fair warning, if we're gonna try to play COD, it crashes the internet sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Sorry.
Aw.
Somebody's playing some
All right,
COD.
crash.
Yeah.
It's... So yeah, Rock goes down to the stables, finds out that Corporal P isn't there, and we'll start trying to figure out where Corporal P might be.
All right. Anybody else?
Well, maybe you want to head to the shop?
Sure, let's head to the shop, get our chef.
All right. We can also stop by that place if you choose. Make
Yep.
sure nothing's happened.
Yep. We can do that.
All right.
Rock's going to go look in the market area for Corporal P.
All right,
That's
so
where we're
why
at.
don't you give me an investigation check then, Sergeant Rock? We'll see how long it takes you to actually see if you see her walking around. It can't be too hard to find one tiefling and an alicorn walking around the city streets.
4-foot horns. He's not looking up.
I mean, if you weren't looking in every window, it might take you a little faster to see her, but it's going to take you a while.
Yeah.
All right, and the three of you, I mean, who all's going to...
I was about to ask Belfie, you want to join us or you got something else planned right now?
Actually, I have a few things I have to take care of, and I believe that this other one is going to come with me today.
All right.
All right.
Before I do go, I have a question. Where did you find that, or where did you encounter that figure on the roofs? Can you give me like just a general idea of where it was?
Sure, I can do that in the voice of the GM. Where did I see him? Right.
And I'll assist from the sky, roughly.
Mhm.
Try and triangulate.
It was around the
you
market
know.
district is where you saw them.
It was around, I'm sorry?
The market district.
Around the market district. Okay, well, perhaps we'll see you there then.
You look a little tired this morning. You sleep at all?
You know what? I'm a
actually,
little
I
tired
did-
myself. You think I might just go lay down for a little bit?
Might not be a bad idea.
Yeah, last night was kind of... I don't know. It's kind of out of my head. I'm going to lay down. So, Ducks,
Right.
to make it easier for my players, we'll go upstairs and go
I
back to sleep.
appreciate that. I did, but you handed me this last night, and I'm going to pull out. What does this energy drink look like?
Like a thick, dark liquid in a tube.
Yeah,
Right.
you look a
well,
little wired, so I thought maybe if you didn't sleep, that might help you. I can't find the rest of them, but I know I had
And
that.
if you pop the cork, it's got a very strong... how's the best way to... almost like an earthy smell to it.
What?
And if you look closely at the label, it says Surgeon General's warning. Highly
Who's-
addictive.
Who's a Surgeon General? What's that? I'm so confused. Well,
There is a warning on it, though, that does say, do not drink more than 2 a day.
nobody listens to that ever, I'm pretty sure. So yes, I will bottoms up then, and I will down this horrible tasting energy drink, I'm sure.
Yep, so give me a Constitution saving throw.
All are.
Oh no. You're welcome.
Oh!
Oh, nice and
All right, so, yeah, you down
wait.
this.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Do you want to use it on this?
It's Mountain Dew.
This is
Okay,
fine.
so you down this very thick liquid, almost like... it's like syrup being poured down your throat. But it's got a very bitter taste to it. Almost like burnt beans.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's fun.
But as soon as you get it all down, I mean, you take a second, feel a little queasy. That passes, but then you start to kind of jitter a little.
Right, so I think I really need to start walking now.
Yeah, and sitting still is definitely an issue for you right now.
My legs are going. They're not touching the ground though, so it's just like swinging feet on the seat.
Mm-hmm. Tapping your hands on the table.
This is fine.
You do not have a thing of exhaustion currently, yet. But for the next several hours, you are definitely. Let's see. You will have advantage on dexterity saving throws
All right.
for the next 4 hours. Then after
I
that,
shall make
we will
sure
see what
to do
happens.
Might need a nap.
I should try and see if I can find that in my notes where I put those. But I know I had like one. I had it wrote down, but
All right,
Before you head
so
off, though, Sudge, I was hoping, just whenever we get a chance, for you to sit down and tell me a bit about these keepers.
yeah, of course.
I heard word that perhaps they have something about my family's line. After all this is sorted out with the children, that takes precedence. I would appreciate maybe a sit down,
Yeah, that's fine.
but not right now because I have to move.
Yeah, I can tell.
all right, so you guys getting up, moving towards the market district.
Yes.
Ready, may I?
All right, Belfie.
No more touching women.
After about
I
an
didn't
hour
touch you.
after you leave the tavern, you have to find yourself a privy.
Fair enough.
Or 40 minutes.
This is
tops.
not going to be my best moment. 26 stealth check for a dark alley.
All right, well, you're able to find a dark alley to go to relieve yourself at.
You have to do what you have to do.
There's probably already stains on the wall there.
Yeah, a few here and there. All right, so you guys, where are you going first?
Enchanter guy. Tim.
Bent binder?
Hey,
All right.
morning. Good morning. Oh, how can I help you this morning?
We're coming by to check on our items that we commissioned from you.
Oh yes, and I did
I don't
finish
mind.
yours first, since you gave me a little extra to put yours in front. So here you go.
Oh,
Yours,
thank
is,
you.
on the other hand, sir, will not be ready till this afternoon. I do apologize. I would have had it ready this morning, but well,
It was
anyway,
afternoon.
That's all right.
it should be ready in shortly. Actually, you
Yeah,
know
that's
what?
fine.
By this time, it would be probably noonish.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
noon when we wake up, and
So yes, give me another 2 hours, and I will have yours complete.
yeah, that's fine. I appreciate that. I'm gonna look at my. It's not like I need my armor or anything, anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, why on earth would you need your armor in the city? We have the city watch to do all the patrolling. There's no adventuring here.
Safe town.
I like
Wait,
feeling-
unless, of course, you're
check.
referring to the strange man who likes to crossing women at night. But I think you're safe in that manner.
Yeah, no, I think I'm probably fine in that aspect.
I did
think
hear
I'd
he
work
likes
out.
chasing little children, but since there's not been any in town for a while, I don't know where they got that from.
Oh well,
Right.
that's a shame. We better keep the alcohol away from him. You remember the little?
And I've heard him called the bootlicker of Bourbon Street, but I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, no. If that guy likes chasing women and even children, remember that halfling we had with us? She could be mistaken.
Oh, that
We'll have to
is
keep him away from her.
that is terrible. You might want to watch out for that. And I hear he likes chasing chickens too, for whatever reason that is. But
Really?
yes, I don't know. The word keeps changing as it comes to me. There's new things all the time.
Yeah, we'll have to avoid the market district then as well.
I hear he's like 4
Chickens.
foot tall and round, with a bald head and a large beard, almost like your friend here, but a little difference in
He's
the
a little
description.
taller than that
Yeah.
guy.
And he walks around in
Or
in a trench coat with nothing else on. So
Oh, so he's kind of like a flasher too.
is that what they call those? We've never had to deal with one of those before.
You
Yeah.
said 4 foot tall? That sounds like a dwarf.
Well, they
You
said
look
he
kinda
wasn't
like a dwarf.
dwarvish. He was more human, but just a short, ugly human.
Ow. We'll keep an eye out on him.
I'm just glad this is all distracting. There's not a lot of...
We're gonna get this story so far away from him.
Yeah.
You're number one in my book too, there, Marcus.
Uh,
Oh,
yeah.
so yes, come back in about 2 hours and we'll have your armor finished. We're just finishing up the last little bit on the enchantments.
Perfect. I appreciate that.
Yes, is there anything else we can do for you today? I don't have any creep repellents, I'm sorry. I've already had 5 women come in this morning asking for some, and I don't have it.
Everybody.
Maybe they've gone down to the random route. Maybe they've been able to find some pretty
They
nasty,
might have,
better
because
stuff
he's got
there.
some nasty things. Byproducts of some of his alchemical tests that he does that, if sprayed right in the right person's face, it makes them cry and sniffle and sneeze and then run away crying.
Yeah.
They may have gone there. You're right. They may have.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
maybe
a shame.
we should go there.
I don't have any method of. I could make a good coin off of that.
I was gonna say, make a simple enchantment for something like that. Like some kind of stink spray or something.
Well,
So
I mean,
the
do
smoke
have
spray
poisonous
almost?
cloud, but see, that's a little too big. You go to hit one guy with it, you hit the entire street.
Yeah, and I'm gonna something like this, and I'm gonna
Poison spray?
look a little bit behind May I, and I'm gonna cast Druidcraft and make the scent of skunk behind May I, but
My
in
God.
his area, so it's not hitting the guy, but it's hitting May I.
Ooh.
Something a little like that. It's,
Oh,
something
okay. That
simple,
was a
but it's
spell.
kinda-
I thought maybe your friend there had an accident.
I mean,
No, breakfast is getting to me, but no, that wasn't me.
And what's a?
yeah, if you could make something a little more with a little more punch than that,
Oh, that was a prestidigitation, was it not?
It's very similar, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I guess I could make a few scrolls like that. But then again, some of these women aren't magically inclined.
Yeah, maybe if you could put it in a simple item, maybe like a simple ring or something.
A wand of stink spray. That sounds like an excellent idea.
Yeah.
What would we call that? I have to work on that. Thank you very much for the idea.
Yeah, no problem.
So, anyway, is there anything else?
I mean, I'll be back in a couple hours for that. What about you?
Mm,
May I? You think?
Can you tell me what my cloak is? Other than that, no.
Yeah, I told you I was going to have something else for it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure Mr. Mage's blood here has figured something out by now.
If he wasn't coming up with some bullshit story about you and a hand there, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I regret nothing.
Either do I.
But yeah, no, I mean, we're currently at the Bent Binder. The guy running it is, I keep losing track.
That's okay. I've probably lost track too. The bent binder is.
I have it in my notes.
Yeah, I had to read my notes up to show it, to see it.
Artist, jeweler. Oh, I'm in Barrymore, not Constantine. So,
Bent
Bent Binder
Binder.
is by Waltimol Mage's Blood.
Yep.
He's an older elf male.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got him. And he does not have that particular spell.
But yeah, no, he
I
could make
guess he
it
could
going.
probably. He could probably give him all suggestion spell on the spell scroll. I suggest you leave me alone.
Yes.
All right, so
It would have to be a little more violent, really. Like, I suggest you just yank it off on your own.
Command, maybe?
let's see.
Your command would have to, I think, be the better.
Give me a
If I
second.
can't suggest someone to just jump right off the top of a building after trying something like that, then what's the point, really?
Yeah.
But Dan, unless you plan on having us accosted by women again, you can give the information to me later.
I'm working on it now.
Oh, so you are going to be accosted by more women now.
Hostile women.
They're gonna come out with pitchforks and clubs. There he is. That's him.
You know, a real smart one would just be like fairy fire, basically glitter bomb them so that they stand out like a sore thumb.
Oh well, I mean, what spells do I have?
Fairy fire. It's a good one.
I do have fairy fire. Charm person's a first level. Entangle even. Snare, some stuff like that. Quick and simple. But yeah, if you went with
All right, I'm going to give you what I got here so far. I don't have it all, but that's enough for you to start with. And of course, the word that's there with a V in the middle of it is supposed to be once, not onvts.
Okay. Cool. I'll slip it on and get to it.
And we get 3 of them in a
Oh.
row. How do you like that?
bam, bam, bam.
Uh-huh. It's a shame that I'm not putting your friggin' thing up there, am I, huh? Sorry, I don't want to pay for views. Maybe that's my problem.
Plus, that might get you kicked off. Might be against terms of service.
It could be against terms of service, but I still, even if it wasn't, I don't want to pay for views. I want people to come watch the show because they enjoy watching it.
Yep.
Or, they love to see us give Marcus a hard time. Yeah, whichever one works.
Yeah, it's just like he has a faint scent of skunk on him now.
Isn't that an area effect? Or
Just in a 5-foot cube, and I put it on you, and when you move,
It'll go with you.
put it back on you.
Just a hint of it.
Yeah.
Let's see my spells.
Like a Frank Musky perfume.
You know what? Give me
Oh,
12
the skunk
seconds,
part.
and there'll be a little puff of wind on the back of your cloak, and then there'll be a scent of skunk.
Yeah, it'll follow.
Oh, it lingers.
So Rock was looking for him, but he comes across a scent that he recognizes, and he decides that he doesn't need to be looking around the market area anymore.
Okay.
All right, so you guys leave the area, the shop.
Want to go see? Go to the. Oh, why does it keep resetting? Because it wasn't the random route. It was the hidden little treasures.
This stream has no mods.
Moderators that help out with the streamer to regulate the chat.
Honestly, it's just me running all this right here on a computer. I'm
Plus,
not big time enough to hire people to run things for me. But I do have, there's a MooBot that keeps them from being able to pop up their links. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
So, the streets outside in the market district are pretty well occupied. I mean, there's plenty of people walking around, checking things out. Let's see. It's just the two of you. You got a passive of 21.
Yep.
What is your passive, may I?
That would be like a 12.
Okay.
Not much.
13.
Oh, better.
Yeah, it's better than a 12.
Mm.
I mean, all right.
Can I use passive insight on it?
What is your passive insight?
18.
Mine's the same as mine's perception.
No.
It's 1.
All right.
I'm a druid. I'm special.
No, I just have proficiency in perception and in insight.
All right. So after a couple hours of walking around Sergeant Rock, you do find. I mean, it takes you a little while because you're doing a little bit of window shopping and such, but you do end up running across a tiefling with an alicorn walking down the street, and you're pretty certain there's only one of those.
Yeah, but looking all over for you, Corporal.
Good day to you. I've been trying to figure out what went on last night. Seems a couple of guards were killed inside that fancy house. They found your dart, and now there's two different kind of guards up there.
Yeah, I heard about the guards. It's pretty unfortunate. I left a little hazard behind. I didn't realize it was going to work out that way.
Oh, did you do that? They said they were
Well,
chewed up by a box.
No, there was a gelatinous cube trap in there, and we had to just punch out of there. We left the gelatinous cube behind. And it was going to be dangerous for, somebody who wasn't prepared.
Oh, no.
I guess we anticipated the homeowner would get home first and contain it, but the investigators, sent me.
Well, two town guards are dead. They now have two different kinds of guards up there. They're still investigating the fireball and a darkness spell. And Brother May I apparently is now a bootlicking woman molester. I don't know. The story is so weird right now.
I don't know about may I licking any body parts, but well, anyway, if you could kind of put out the word there that gelatinous cubes are often associated with drow activity, we would like to direct the evidence towards the drow.
Okay. I can do that. The guards kind of seem to like me now, so they're kind of looking out for me being a woman, not getting accosted by a weird bald-headed dwarven.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah, kind of troll running around the streets here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, kind of an aqualung type. Well, I'm going to head down to that store where the kids are hiding in the basement. I'm going to stay invisible and just keep surveillance on the place because I'm worried about if it gets discovered, then it's a source for the baddies.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
keep an eye
Do we
on
know
that.
if any kids went missing last night?
From the
Haven't heard
news of
anything.
what we heard.
I would expect that news to spread like wildfire. I want to make
Yeah.
sure it does. So if you need me, I'll be in the alley across from that shop, and I'll have my hood up. So you'll have to signal me to let me know you're looking for me.
Okay, I will. Yeah, I'll. Yeah, I think they're more worried about the two dead guards than anything else. So.
It's a heck of a shame. I'm hearing a lot about this this character that's accosting the wealthy women.
Yeah,
Heard
I
about
was
that.
following her.
Yeah,
I was
I'll
following
watch
her
the
back
shop.
to the house.
If I see a gnarly looking, toady going in there, I'll probably accost that guy back.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
So Rock heads down to that shop. He continues his watch on the kids in the basement. But he's invisible.
Okay.
So what all did you get done at that enchanter?
Interesting.
Had this cloak made. I'm not quite sure how it works. I had to tune to it first.
Sword of Rock.
Neat.
You need a roll?
Yes, I need a. Well, no. What's your passive?
Passive is 14.
Okay. It's a wand attunement there, Marcus?
Yeah.
Oh, well. Ain't that a shame?
Yep.
All right. So, let's see. All right. So why is it? Okay, this is not adding the additions to it. I don't know why that is. It's just rolling the dice. Okay. This two will be Alright. So, Surge, your passive.
21 is the number.
21.
Wow.
Ooh. Okay.
50 than mine.
So, yeah, noted. So, where you guys going next after you leave there?
We were going to make our way to the Hidden Little Treasures, the store with kids.
Alright.
Not to cause a scene, but, you know, just be like, nothing happened last night, did it?
Welcome to the... Oh, shit, it's you guys again? Now what?
Rock
How
sees
much for
the
that
party-
cloak?
Yeah, Rock stays quiet across the street with his cloak of invisibility going. He sees the party going in, and it suddenly occurs to me he sees some kind of troll-like individual going in. And he goes, "Uh-oh." Connecting the dots.
Some troll-like individual.
What? Oh, you... the cloak. You talking about the one at billowing?
Yeah,
Yeah, we still got that. Yeah.
yeah. Nothing crazy last night, right?
Not here.
That's good.
There was
All right,
there was
so-
a fireball in the sky about a few blocks away, and we heard that the Lady Arya got accosted by some strange little man. Had some
Yeah,
big
I heard
wart
that
on
he
his
was,
nose, and
A 4-foot non-dwarven human with, yeah, like you were saying something.
yeah, very gaunt looking, like he hadn't eaten for days, and almost like a zombie kind of looking creature. But from my understanding, he licked the dirt off her shoes before she even had a chance to say no, please don't. It was very strange and weird. Apparently, it said she was fearing for her life, that he was going to eat her. Something about fava beans and a nice Chianti. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's sounds like a real creep. I mean, they would really do that.
Yeah, he was about yay tall, gaunt, but he actually kind of looks a lot like your friend there, but it can't be him. I mean, right?
Yeah, I know. See, he's way taller than that.
Yeah,
Rumpelstiltskin.
I got about 2 feet on that little guy.
Yeah, he did
But-
seem a little shorter than you. Maybe a little uglier from the descriptions that was given, but
Little ugly.
I mean, I don't have any bearing on what a person looks like and whether they're ugly or not. I just know that the way that it was described through town.
Yeah, and I'll shake my belly. Like, does this look like I haven't eaten?
Well, I said they were fat but gaunt, so I mean, you're not helping your case, anybody. So, other than the cloak of billowing, you and the issues that I heard happened last night, all good?
yeah, just wanted to make sure.
Yeah,
There's
last
this
night.
strange
Go ahead.
figure I noticed, but they weren't near. They were in the area, but not near here, really.
Let's see. Since you've not bothered to ask or look, there are currently 3 other patrons in the store.
That's fine.
Crowd of business.
So what? I mean, what are you asking?
The billowing.
Yes.
How much for that?
It's right here.
Oh man, OP.
I don't know.
Rock's actually across the street, and he's got his cloak of invisibility. And he's kind of billowing it, and he's like, "Where did you even get that?" But it takes his back.
We'll say 50 gold.
All right, yeah, that's more than fair, I think. But yeah, no, last night I did hear a whole lot of crazy stuff going on, but I'm glad no one really got hurt.
No.
But yeah, no, I did see a figure on the rooftops.
Ooh. Well, that's
Yeah,
kind of weird.
and- Yeah.
I heard somebody's flying around on a carpet last night, too.
Yeah,
Nothing
no,
like a
that's-
pervert in a carpet. I mean,
Yeah, licking the dirt off their feet too.
it was weird.
A flying car. Didn't you sell one of those to our buddy?
I
The
did, but he
strange
doesn't
talker-
fit that description whatsoever.
Yeah. I don't know, but he talks strange, so you never know. We'll have to find him and figure that out. Because how many fine carpets have you sold?
Well, I mean, I've only had the one, but that doesn't mean somebody else doesn't come into town with one. I mean, I'm not the only person that
True.
sells carpets. I mean,
True.
oh, and I heard that somebody stole one of the high-priced rugs from the merchant down the street, too. That was weird.
Merchant?
Yeah. He's the big house down the end of the road. I mean, somebody stole his rug. 2 guards got killed in there because of some weird gooey thingy. Gooey cube, I'm assuming is what they called it. I don't know.
Oh wow. Yeah, no, those are hard to come across. Really, those you normally find those from my research, like in the Underdark. Normally around Dark Elves, I think. Yeah, no
Didn't you
Dark
guys
Elves
say that-
tend to deal with those.
Didn't you guys say that was what was looking that issue that we were discussing the
Yeah.
other day?
Yeah, yeah. That's
So why would they be breaking into his house? He's not had kids. He don't like kids.
maybe they're getting desperate,
Trying to find
just
them?
looking anywhere and everywhere.
But everybody in town knows he doesn't like children.
Well,
He don't even like halflings.
that would be probably the perfect excuse. I mean, he doesn't like children and even halflings, so why would be the perfect reason to hide him? No one would go looking if he hates them.
If he ate some? What?
Hates them.
Oh, hates
He
them.
hates them.
Oh,
he hates them.
okay. You've got a strange
Maybe
dialect
because-
there. I actually thought you meant something about eating halflings. It's kind of worrying me. I
mean,
did hear
some
there were
people do,
some
it's
tribes
weird.
that like eating, they're cannibalistic, I think's what the word is, but I thought I was far enough north of that.
Yeah, depending on the race, some races are pretty crazy.
So is anything other than the billowing cloak that I could do for you? I mean,
I'll hand over the gold and I'll put it on. It's like, I'll look at May I, kind of like tug at the collar a little and woof.
no wind, but it billows out to the side.
Brock will be jealous because you can billow it as a bonus action. Brock. Use his action to do his.
Yeah, I'm just kind of sitting there like, bonus action, poof. Works.
Oh, welcome to the Hidden Treasures. How can I help you? Some other patrons come walking in the door. Two of the 3 that were in there when you came in have left, and there's one more coming in.
Okay.
Well, we'll get out of your way. Do I still pick up anything from the first time I came in? How I heard noises downstairs.
Well, let's see. Let's see if they're doing a better job being quiet. They're doing a better job being quiet today. Apparently, you guys finding out about them as easily as you did the day before has made it to where they try to do a better job of staying quiet during business hours.
Good.
Yes, I was told you had some interesting items here. Oh, yes, I can help you out with that. Y'all have a good day, and if you need anything else, you can come back and see us.
Yeah, take care. Have a
Okay.
good one.
That sounded like road.
Take a look at the guy that was talking to him.
Okay.
Just
Are you going to cost him?
no, I was
Like
just
his
gonna.
Not only women, men aren't safe either.
I'm checking out.
Can I help you?
Boots are boots, right?
I mean, you do.
I'm not like
Feet.
Are you-
getting all in his
Why are
face.
you
I'm-
looking at me like that? I mean, you're looking at me like I'm a steak or something.
I was taking notice of everybody that was in there, trying to keep a mental image. I'm not like looking them up and down. I'm just.
So what the other
I
three?
guess.
What the other 3 people that were in the store before this guy came in look like?
I was letting you guys have your conversation.
And
It seems to
Well,
be
you're
this
calling
guy
up
seems to be a really finely dressed human.
Okay.
Compliment him on his attire.
And of course, the other 3, there was a woman who seemed to be a rather finely dressed human female with dark brown hair, and 2 males, younger, probably mid-20s, I guess. Short cropped hair, dressed rather finely, because you are in the upper district.
Okay. Just making sure that evil woman doesn't send people after me. So keeping a track of everybody comes by.
Okay, noted.
You said you also had one more place to go, at least. May I?
Yes. Yes.
Still
Just
want to
wanna-
go there?
Yeah.
All right.
So what's where else you going?
To jail wherever we were and say, hey, I don't know who
Oh,
she is,
To
but
the-
her servant who served me was threatening. So I would like to put a restraining order against her and all her people.
What?
Hey, excuse
And
me.
what's
You would like to
Guidance.
put a restraining order on whom?
I'll look at the name on the slip because it's certainly
Yeah, what even is this bitch's name?
Alora?
Laura.
Lady Alora is the only name you've heard.
Yes.
You would like to put a restraining order on Lady Alora.
Yes, her people came in this morning first thing, accosted me and handed me this, threatening me and all that. So
that was the
I'm
court clerk that delivered that to you, not her people. That was actually a member of the government here in the city.
So
Her-
you accuse, or you guys threaten? Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, would you give us his name, and we'll find out who he was and what kind of conduct he did, and we will have him properly reprimanded. Now, as far as that's concerned, do you want to file a report against him, or would you like to file a report against the person who filed the report against you? Seems kind of petty, if you ask me. You filed a report against me. I'm going to file one against you.
I'm
just curious.
I felt threatened, so it'd be against him.
Oh, okay,
Because
very good. So, do you remember what the clerk's name was?
he didn't give me his name. He just threatened me and slapped this in my hand and walked away.
So, how are you going to
Yeah.
file a report against him if you don't have his name?
I'll look over the paperwork, see if his name's on there.
Nope. All right. So, where was this? Where did this incident occur?
This occurred roughly at 11:58 this morning.
11:58. That's quite
At
precise
the-
on timing.
What the fuck is that place called?
Brown Plaster Inn is where we stayed.
Thank you. Over at the Brown Plaster
I
Inn.
was gonna say you don't even know where you're staying at, sir.
I think he's slowly losing his mind. He's getting pretty old and senile nowadays.
Yeah. All right. So, you were served this morning at around about 11:58 at the Brown Plaster Inn. And what was your name, sir?
I am Brother May I.
Brother, may I? And you were served papers of restriction by Lady Alora. Oh,
Who accosted me.
you're him. Gotcha. Well, if you'll wait right here for a moment, I'll be right back. And he leaves. He's got stuff written out on a piece of paper in front of him, but he gets up and walks away and goes back in the back somewhere. And while you're sitting there waiting on him to return, what's everybody else doing?
I mean, I went there with him, and I'm just like, okay, this is happening. All right, normally you would avoid each other.
This
I can
city's
see why
going
you
to
tortured-
burn.
I can see why you tortured that poor man now for just being a nuisance. For how long? Are you still doing that, or did you give up?
I'm still trying, but I'm not getting a response. Which reminds me, I need to go back to the enchanter and have him enchant the skull. Nope.
A skull?
Yeah,
Alas, poor York.
the mage skull.
So,
The guy in the woods.
Corporal and Sergeant Rock are currently doing what right now?
I'm looking to talk to the town guards and let them know that I heard about the dart that was found in the yard, and they should know that Dro also like to use like these jelly kind of cubes to hurt people?
All right, why don't you give me a deception check?
Maybe. Maybe I can do that. That's not coming up. There it is.
Okay, noted. Oh, we appreciate that. We'll take it under advisement. We're not handling that case. We'll pass it on to those who are.
Thank you so much. I
Belfi.
just want you to be careful.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You be careful too. We have heard talks of a strange, sad little man running around, licking boots and accosting all sorts of critters as well as women, and I think they said even men, so I have no idea.
Yeah, I heard he was very short and kind of
I heard rotund
ugly.
and a little gaunt in the face, like all his facial features been sunken in and sucked in, as if, you know.
I heard he had warts too.
Yeah, I heard it was like one big one right here on the tip of his big fat nose.
Yeah, quite ugly. Yeah, I have heard that.
I heard like his left eye was lower than his right, and he talked with a slur in his voice when he spoke.
Yeah, like almost like he was drunk. Yeah, I heard that too. That's good information we have. He should be very easy to spot if he comes back.
I don't know. I mean, his description has kind of changed a few times, so we have no idea exactly what he looks like. But I'm sure there'll be a picture posted of him before too long to, help the masses to steer clear of him, or at least report him when he does something like that again.
Indeed. Well, have a good day, guys.
Very good, ma'am. You too. Belfi.
Right. So I'm going to go ahead and make my way to the marketplace as well. But what I would like to do is go about the place that I was told that May had seen a figure jumping from rooftop to rooftop,
Uh-huh.
and use my second story work to climb up to the rooftops and see if I can't see anything that they might have missed in the middle of the night with a big fireball.
Go for it. Give me an investigation check once you're up there.
All right. I'm sure this is going to be fine. That's not going to be fine.
Other than, of course, the obvious scorched rooftop, a few roofs over, you're not really finding anything currently.
Can I use a fate point?
You certainly can, if that's what you wish to do.
I would like to use my gooey fate point to see if I can't pick up the trail.
All right, so as you're checking out the roof you're currently on, you do find that some of the shingles have been scuffed where somebody had definitely ran across the roof. Of course, there's the scorch mark, but the scorch marks are on a separate roof. The steps or the path that the person you're following went the other direction. So if you continue your way that direction, you'll see there's a 15-foot jump from one building to the next. And it looks like whatever you're chasing or following the trail of, the scuff marks in the roofing, have gone to the edge of the building and made that jump. And you can actually see where they landed on the opposite side.
Really? Well, with my strength of -1, I'm not going to try that.
Well, with your
Sure.
fate point, you do notice that the landing on the opposite side does not have an impact as if somebody hit it hard. It's almost as if somebody just touched down on it.
I gently made the jump. Like they were perhaps flying.
Possibly, something similar to that.
Magic.
Or falling like a feather.
Right? Do I, if I look at the roof across the way, does it look like they continued along the roof or that they descended?
It looks like they may have continued across the rooftop, over the ridge, and then you can't
I'm gonna
see.
go slow down and then slow back up the other one because I cannot make that jump.
Okay, so you make it up to the other side. You
I would like to try and be stealthy during this.
well, then you have to give me a stealth check, and I will have to roll me a perception anyway to see if
25.
you think you're hidden.
All right, I'll take it.
So yes, you pick up the trail,
Mhm.
follow over the next rooftop. You see the same scenario once again. This time it's only like a 10-foot jump, but it appears whoever this is going from rooftop to rooftop. So
Do I get a general direction towards?
it's more towards the north of the market ward. About 3 blocks later, you do find impact prints on the ground at the base of a building near a sewer grate.
Really? Interesting.
Underdark.
I would like to take note of where this is and then blend into the crowd and move away.
So let's. We're just gonna say right about there.
I'm sorry?
I'm marking the map for you.
Okay, thank you.
I'm pointing.
We'll say the sewer grate's somewhere near this building here, so it doesn't have to be exact.
All right, just so I have some
Some idea. Yeah.
Right.
right.
Thank you.
All right. So after a little bit, guy comes walking back out. All right. So yes, we got some more questions for you. Apparently, you came in last night from dealing with the Lady Alora. Kind of vague on the whole situation. You said one thing, she said the other. It's all in the report. But what on earth were you doing out that late? Not too far from where a robbery was reported.
Okay, like I told the guard last night, I was chasing after the person running across the roof because I've been investigating the missing children.
And why are you investigating the missing children?
Because this isn't the only town children have been missing.
What other towns have they been missing from? This is the first report we've ever had of it.
Fuck, what was the name of that town?
We were in Zur, way down, bumfuck
Yeah.
down nowhere. Here, map. And
Yeah.
And the
we were
island
down
of-
here, and there was a lot of children. Basically, all of them had gone missing from here. We found 2 children Yeah.
all but two.
down here in Zur. I'm saying that right. It's
No, or
Zool. Yeah.
Or-
Yeah. It was the island that I put a tree in the middle of town, way down.
Okay, so
Cool.
that still doesn't explain much as far as. I mean, you decided to take it upon yourself to walk the city streets that late at night because children were missing in other cities.
Well, I was keeping an eye out because our investigation shows with the timing that children would have gone missing either last night or tonight. So I was walking the streets to make sure if I saw anything out of the ordinary, I could stop these children from being taken. I see a guy running across the roof. I lose track. I come around, and there's this lady waving me down because whoever was on the roof tried to cast darkness and fireball at me. And
I heard about those particular items. Now, why didn't you approach the city watch that was in that area at the time and tell them about the guy?
I did. They blew me off.
Do you remember what officers were involved that blew you off?
I'll give a description. They didn't give me their name, but this is what they kind of look like.
All right. We'll have to look into that. And you believe you were following... what exactly... Why you were following him? Because you thought he was after children.
Well,
But that doesn't
middle of the
explain...
night, you see a guy running across rooftops or a dark figure running across rooftops, and then you lose track. And
Yeah, sometimes we have that happen here. There is a guild activity that happens in the area a lot that sometimes people like to rob people. I don't know why. Stealing somebody's hard-earned items, but they do it.
But once I lost track of it, I came around the corner, and this lady was waving me down. She slapped me, one, and then...
Yeah,
started
we
accusing
got
me
the reports between you and her and how you say one thing, she says the other. We're not here for that. I need to know, do you have any knowledge yourself of what may have transpired at the manor last night with the theft and death of 2 of our officers.
All I know is what the guards told me last night because they questioned me about that. I don't even know what manor we're talking about. Hell, I didn't even know what part of the war. I just got into town.
So you have no idea about any kind of theft being perpetrated? Nothing along those lines?
No. All I can tell you is there was a guy running across the rooftops in the market ward, and that was it.
All right. Well, if you hear of any, talk of or information that may lead us to anything as far as the robbery and death of our troops were concerned, I'd be most fortuitous if you would tell us.
Are your guards going to dismiss me like they did last night?
Well, it all depends on how you present yourself, I guess.
We tried to present ourselves when we first got into town. Your guards don't seem to care about the kids, care about us trying to help the town. I'm getting slandered all over town.
What are you getting slandered, sir? I mean, you said you've only been here a day. It's a lot to be going on for one full day.
Yeah. Their Lady Azara, or whatever her name is spreading lies about me.
I don't know about that, but okay.
I'm a man of the cloth. I have a reputation, and she's trying to slander me.
Well,
Is there a good lawyer in town? Maybe I can sue her.
I don't know of any lawyer in town that would take that case, but you're welcome to try, I suppose.
No. I'm just concerned about the children. Once we are sure everything's safe, we'll move on to the next town, because we've been chasing this lich all over the world.
Well, I'm sure where the children are currently being housed at should be safe enough as long as nobody finds out where it's at.
Less people that know would probably be the best.
Yes, it would be, and, it'd be a shame if anybody was followed there that knew about it.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a good thing at all.
But since there was a shadowy figure, and we've learned that some drow are involved.
Drow? What is this drow? I've heard this word in the rumors before, but I have no idea what it is.
Well, from what we heard was there's some form of cube that had killed those 2 guards.
Well, yeah, they from the report. It's granted it's an ongoing investigation, but they were accosted by some sort of cube that the homeowner said was not there when he left.
Yeah, I mean, you're a fair amount older than I am, and you are also part of Keepers. You probably know better than me, but
did you say Keepers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Please tell me you're not Keepers.
He's not, no, and he retired.
Yes.
My understanding, Keepers have a badge of sorts. Do you have one?
Do you have yours? Or did you turn it in when you left?
I believe I turned it in. I'll rummage through my sack.
From my insight, is he upset, or like what's his demeanor talking about them? Like, what's that kind of leaning?
Well, how would you classify a local police department dealing with feds?
Okay. Yeah. No, I was more or less just kind of saying, from my knowledge of reading about that cube, it tends to be associated with the Underdark and Drow. That's what I'm kind of pushing.
But you're trying to push that you're not a keeper.
I'm not saying yes or no.
Understood.
I'm not going to say yes. I'm not going to say no. If he's not happy with dealing with them, that's all that matters.
Oh, yeah. You can, like I said, it's like a Fed coming in and taking over an investigation.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah. Do I still have mine or not?
I think we discussed it that you did still have one.
Okay. I will pull it out.
Oh, God.
Appreciate yourself with
card.
But yeah, no, I look at you and I'm like, Cool. But yeah, no, I'm still gonna say, because from my knowledge, those cubes are normally associated with the Drow. I thought them dark elf
Yes.
folk.
Yes. Our investigation from Ozul, we found evidence of drow activity, lich activity, and I'm not here. This is why I didn't show it when we first came to town. We're not trying to take over any investigations. We are doing a fact-finding mission to see if there are children still here getting taken. If so, keep an eye out and try to stop it. If not, we'll hopefully find evidence of it moving to another town. If your guards were a little bit more receptive to us when we first got into town, a lot of this wouldn't have happened. But
Yes, well, I mean, there are things happening in here that strangers coming to our town kind of makes us weary of, whether they show a badge or not.
well, like I said,
Oh.
we tried to introduce ourselves to the guards. They blew us off. So,
I mean, I've had nothing but good responses from them, but I don't get in their way or deal with them.
so do you like this incident last night? That's why it escalated to the way it was. Do you really think someone of my stature would accost a woman like that?
Have you
No.
looked in a mirror lately, sir?
What's a mirror?
So I'm gonna reach in my bag, and pull out a mirror shard
That's right.
because I
So-
didn't sell them all.
You don't look like a man of the cloth.
I'm just gonna be like, this.
I will pull out my
I'll
religious
put it
symbol.
away.
I understand that. I mean, you're sitting here with your keeper badge as well as your holy symbol, but you do not look like a man of the cloth. You're wearing war mage armor.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I understand I'm wearing war mage armor.
And it's rather dark in color there, so it's not quite benevolent of, hey, I am a cleric, or whatever it is you're saying you are. So yes,
Well-
you could understand why people might look at that a little off-putting.
I understand that, but when you're dealing with the undead, it's best to be protected.
Okay, so where did we go from drow to undead?
There's a correlation that the drow are working with this lich that we've been
Yes,
chasing.
you've mentioned something about a lich once or twice during our conversation here. So you were thinking that they're working hand in hand.
Yes,
I'm gonna
in
open up
tandem.
my notebook.
So like I said, we found evidence of a drow. There's been these weird poisonous darts of some sorts that we came across in Azul, as well as a vampire.
Okay, now you're going to have to roll me a deception check.
Yep, I'm just going through a book. Just
Because now you're kind of laying it on a little more thicker than you were a minute ago.
and I'll be nudging him. Yeah, because we dealt with the undead in Orzul, and looking at my notes here. Yeah, and then we
Ooh.
met a druid over.
I
in,
just barely don't believe you.
I was gonna try and assist you by just spewing bullshit from our adventures from before.
Something just a tad bit off with that story, but you know what? I don't have the time for it. Why don't
So
you
you
just
said-
make sure you keep yourself clean, stay away from Lady Alora and any other women of any kind while you're in town?
Just stay away from all females.
Yeah. And as far as anything else is concerned, you are free to go. I just wanted to ask you some more follow-up questions based on the robbery that was happening last night, and you swear you have no knowledge about that robbery.
No, I don't even think I was. Where is this mansion at? Because walking around all the wards, I have no idea where this robbery took place or where I was at. But I did talk to some of the guards at the party, telling them about the guy and the thing, and they just like, whatever, dude, we got to do this. So,
And you say you were involved with a fireball went off and the darkness spell was cast.
yes.
So
it was trying to
unless
stop
you
me
can
from
fly, well, you did have a magic carpet, didn't you?
falling. Does he know that?
Yes, because it was in the first report. You flew down from Magic Carpet and accosted
Oh,
the
yeah.
woman.
Did he accost the woman in his eyes?
So, you have a carpet. You could have flown over there fast enough. Well, it doesn't. Just try to try to stay out of trouble.
Now, I got a question for you there, officer.
Yeah,
You said
yeah.
a couple of your fellow guards died.
Yes, they did. The one stepped into a room, and as soon as he stepped through the doorway, he apparently stepped into this cube.
I have the
apparently it was-
ability to reincarnate people, but
Don't
not
you need parts of him
by
to do so?
if the guard is part, or if he's completely
Unfortunately,
dissolved.
he was him and his partner were completely digested by said cube.
There was no hair or anything left.
Once you broke the glass, Belfie, it's a cube. It can squeeze through the opening.
Yeah, it just
Sad face.
oozes.
Apparently, it came out of the opening, scrolled across the floor, got shot through some darts that got stuck in it, and was in the doorway when the guard tried walking through to check on whatever it was. And his partner tried getting him out. When he did, he got stuck and pulled into. So yes, there's nothing left for your whatever you're talking about. They were completely dissolved, and, well, there's nothing left. We can't even bury them, so...
Well, I just need a piece of them. Is there any hair or
I
form
don't
of
know, do
their homes?
gelatinous cubes crap? Because that's...
Well, I'm saying at their homes.
Oh.
Would they have any hair from their bedding or anything left over?
That sounds creepy.
I just need
Maybe-
a piece is all I'm saying.
Maybe we should investigate you a little bit.
Well, I just help people out. That's all I do. Some people see it in a way that is not helpful. Yeah, baby teeth would work.
No, I think we're fine. You can carry on. Please stay out of trouble. And
Please leave, creepy. man.
yes,
Please
can
leave.
you please, finish whatever you have to do here in town and then go somewhere
Move
else?
He's just like, get the fuck out.
I mean, you don't have to go whatever home you came from, but please don't remain here. It was quiet other than the one issue with the children coming up missing ever so often, and then all of a sudden hell breaks loose in one night. Coincidence? I don't believe in coincidences, but I have no evidence to prove otherwise. Therefore, you are free to go for now.
Well, thank
You
you.
take care.
So in the nicest possible way, get the fuck out of my office. That is one strange little man. I know, sir. I understand. I believe it. Yeah. Did you see the way he looked at you? I think he was eyeing you. Don't start something there, Bob. All right, what are the rest of you doing while he's getting questioned?
I think.
Is there anything else you would like to do today?
How long?
To surveil the store, the hidden treasures, but I'm confident that the strangest thing he's seen around there all day was Brother Mayon.
You're pretty confident. Everything else, other people have been, other people have come and gone. You know, seem to be high dressed. Well, there is an issue. I need you to roll me a perception since you are doing an active perception.
Looks like I nodded off. Even though I
Okay.
don't need sleep.
Yeah. Apparently, you were spending too much time looking at the front door and not really paying attention to the details of people coming and going around you.
No.
So we'll leave it at that. And also, what we'll go ahead and do is while you guys can take a moment to figure out what you'd like to do for the rest of the day. as Marcus bounces all over the screen on us. And
Looks
we're
like you're on a train or something.
Sorry, I ran upstairs to grab a drink real quick. But now it seems like you're about to go on break. So
Yes, we're going to go ahead and take a about 10-minute break. We'll be back around 9:20, and we'll continue with what's going on here. So everybody can use the bathroom, get snacks, get a drink, blah, blah, blah. We'll see you back here in about 10 minutes.
I'll
So,
get both of those things.
9 minutes.
well, 9 minutes to be more precise, but yes, we'll see you at 9:20. All right. And we are back. Of course, my camera's messed up because I had it clicked over to it. So I believe, Belfi, you decided you're going to try to find Joan, you said?
Yeah, I want to try and look around and see if I can find.
Okay. Why don't you give me an investigation? And the two of you went back to the enchanters.
10's
Yep.
not bad for me.
Okay, so you get back to the enchanter, and he's like, "Oh, your armor is ready, sir. I have it ready for you right now."
Perfect, perfect.
And how are you liking your new cloak? Are you pleased with it?
Yes. So please, I'd like to commission you again. I'll pull out the skull.
That's rather nasty looking, sir.
Oh, yeah, let me clean it up and I'll like scoop all the stuff into the bag of holding.
I mean, but whoa. Before you do that, I mean, I can clean that for you as
Okay.
part of I mean, because I have to do certain things to it anyway. And there ain't no sense you dumping all that nasty ass shit in your bag of holding. Trust me, I've known people that have done that before, and they forget all about it, and it becomes nasty.
Mistakes were
And
made.
I'm sure that my accent for this character has probably changed at least 3 times since we started. And I do apologize.
You got a changing room?
Do I have a changing room? Yes, I mean, you can step over here behind this curtain here. Be no
And
problem.
my old armor, did it destroy it? Or.
Unfortunately, taking the enchantment off your old armor, it did in fact destroy it.
Okay, that's fine.
It kind of, with the process of casting the spell and the enchantment on it, once the magic left your armor and was imbued in the new set of armor, the other one just dissipated to dust. As if, like some big titan snapped his fingers.
Nah, that's fine. I understand. So I'll spend the next, I think it's 5 minutes putting this armor on. Yeah, it's a minute.
Now, you wanted something with a skull.
Yes. I want to pull a prank on a buddy of mine, so I want to be able to have the same way I can program some words into it, so when he walks in...
Look, I will see what I can do with it. Just leave it with me overnight, and I will see what inspiration comes to me.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. So, with that, you guys are done. You find, with a 10 investigation, it's kind of hard to find Joan. You think you're in the same alley she was in before, but you're kind of having a tough time locating her.
Right.
So, let's see. Give me a perception.
Okay. That's better.
Okay. It takes you maybe a couple trips up and down this alleyway before you notice an older woman leaning against a wall, kind of looking at you with her head cocked sideways. "I'm sorry, there is a problem. You look a little lost."
It would have been a little bit easier if you would have said hello when you saw me.
"Well, what is the fun in that, dear?
I guess I can understand that.
Is there
You probably-
something you're looking for?"
Yes, you probably know who I'm looking to speak to.
"Well, I'm certain if you're looking for me again, you're probably wanting to speak to the mistress.
I just nod.
Does she know
Yes.
you're coming?"
I don't think so, but there was talk of some information if a job was done. Job has been done, payment has been received, no information was with it.
"Well, yes.
Well,
Follow
that's
me."
not entirely true.
And she'll take you down another alleyway, different one. You do realize you do not recognize this alley. This time they walk through an actual door that's sitting there, and as soon as you walk in the door, you appear to be in a 3x3 closet.
Mhm.
A few moments later, she turns around and walks back out the door she came in, and you are now in the hallway, or the hallways you were in prior, with all the twists and turns to figure out what way to go. You make your way
That
back
wasn't
in.
very helpful.
You make your way back into the room.
Mhm.
"Oh, yes, you've come back. The twin blade, indeed. A little messy, but the misdeception, or whatever you did there towards the end, was very eloquent. But we really hoped you wouldn't kill any of the guards. It was
We didn't kill
Terrible.
the guards. That cube was there holding the object that you were looking for. To get the object, the cube had to be released.
Oh, so the cube was already there.
A security measure, it seems.
Hmm.
And I do believe that the words that you gave us had nothing to do with not being loud. They said, don't get caught, don't kill anybody.
Yes, well, you did not get caught.
And we did not kill anybody. The owner of the home did that.
So, yes, according to the letter of our agreement, you did your job fine.
And if anything, you know how a contract is honored and that there has to be honor in contracts given to each other.
Yes, so what
Or has that
information
changed?
what information would you care to garner from us, my dear Twinblade?
You can just call me Belfi. To me, my name represents a past that I'm not yet reconciled with.
Oh, and unfortunately, I don't know how that works for you, but to us, the name Twinblade is a high honor. It takes a lot of years to earn the title of a Twinblade, and of course you have to go through their council before they even accept you into their ranks.
So it's not so much a family anymore. Is what you're
It's still a family. It's just some people
You
like
know
to
what I
join the
mean.
extended part of it. No, the core of it is still a family. But to become an extended family, you have to go through certain trials.
Who within your ranks knows them personally, or is it just you?
Well, I've met on occasion one or two Twinblades. There are other organizations at work that have dealt with Twinblades as well. We've had reports of one or two that have traveled through the city recently, not counting yourself, of course.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any in our current ranking, and we've
Some-
actually not had any who've left our current ranking and joined the Twinblades. Apparently, they after more higher class individuals.
Evidently, somebody has gotten word to them, or they have found out about me somehow. So, while I have not gone around town blaring the name Twinblade out in public, somebody has seen fit to give me this.
And you think it was one of our people?
I'd like to know who else knows what my full name is.
Let's see. Those in the room, Joan, of course. But unfortunately, Twinblades also have ears everywhere.
The only place I have mentioned my name is in your presence here, or to Joan.
Have you not mentioned your name in any other locations? Because here is protected against scrying. So,
I have
unless
not
they're
mentioned
personally
it.
in this room, they would not have known.
It's protected against scrying, you say?
This area is, yes. I don't want people looking in on me when I'm conducting business.
No, I have not mentioned my name inside of this town.
To no one, not even your close friends.
Well, I might have. I think I did in the bar.
You have in the bar.
Yes, I see where you're going with this.
That's like an announcement.
Evidently. That's
Well,
also before I realized that the name had any weight behind it anymore.
Well then, maybe that's what happened. They got word that you mentioned Twinblade and came to investigate themselves, and in the process, left you a calling card.
Right. Now this calling card is a one-way calling card. Do you have any way of reaching them?
Me? Oh no. You don't find Twinblades, they find you. Remember, I told you that on our first meeting.
Yes, but I also know that you shouldn't be, nor were you, completely honest with me, I'm sure. I wouldn't expect any different. It's not a slight. If anything, it's a nod of respect.
No, no offense taken.
Well, you know where I'm staying. I don't know how long we're going to be here. I did have some inquiries to you in regards to helping you move maybe some fenced items that you maybe can't sell to anyone here in town that I might look at and purchase from you.
Well, I don't keep any of that here, mind you. That would be our acquisitions officer, if you will. They usually have no problem getting it down to the ports and selling it. Do you have items you wish to sell yourself, or you're just looking to see what we have to purchase?
Just looking to see what we have to purchase. As you can imagine, I did not come with a plethora of things from Awakening.
Yes, this awakening still confuses me. I'll tell you what. I will get with our acquisitions officer, and first thing in the morning, we can have somebody meet up with you and make an appointment, if you will. Because you can't just have those ling out anywhere. You have to plan and schedule so that...
Understood.
Not that
it would
I
make-
mistrust you, but there are others that can be mistrust and can be... What is the word
would
those
make it
filthy
easier.
officers use? Sting operations?
Yes. If it would make it easier, and I'll tell her I prefer to use hand crossbow and I prefer to use a rapier and anything that would help in regards to making me harder to hit is what I would be looking for.
Well, all I can do is acquire of the acquisitions officer and find out what she actually has.
Right, but if it's just so she knows what I am looking for. Have you had anything else in regards to the missing children? I know you said you had some drow as your contact or dark elves.
Yes, his network did tell us that there was a small group working near the area. He couldn't elaborate more on that, other than the fact that they do work with some creatures called simic hybrids.
Simic hybrids?
Yes, apparently there's some offshoot from back in the Calamity that continue to perform some sort of experiments on people even to this day. You know, combination. I mean, I think
visible
shifters and stuff may have actually came from some of the earlier forms of experimentation, but it's pretty much the case. They use animals and mix them with some base life forms and come up with something new.
Because life will find a way.
Yeah, I've heard some old man said that once before.
Did you happen to have somebody on the rooftops last night?
No, we actually have been cutting down any kind of activities at night in those areas for that reason.
In this area, and I'm going to describe the area where the grate is, does that grate lead here?
No, that grate actually leads directly into the sewer systems.
Directly into the sewer systems with no connection to here?
No connection to here.
Do you know who might be using them?
You know what, I do not. Anybody we've sent in there to find, say, easy access has either gotten lost or have found nothing at all. So it's kind of been one of those, unless we want to lose people, we don't send them there.
Do you have any way to put out sentries at night? I know you're saying you're trying not to be out at night, and I understand that, but even people who might be in place during the day or in different residences or businesses you might have some dealings with. Someone was running along the rooftops last night, and they went into that grate, and I think it might have something to do with the disappearance of the children.
And nothing to do with this strange man accosting Lady Alora?
I don't think that's something that should be worried about. Lady Alora, is she on the up and up?
That is still to be determined. She's been here for quite a while, but none of my spies have been able to get any information about what happens behind her doors to us.
Everybody focuses on her. What is her husband like?
Well, Lady Alora is of money, apparently, where she comes from. I want to say the marriage is strange. She treats her husband as if he's a lesser being.
Does she come out much during the day?
There's been times she's been out during the day, but,
What's it been like outside?
oh, well, I mean, any other type of weather. Don't know exactly what kind of weather you're referring to.
Have you seen You've seen her during normal days, sunny
Yes,
days,
yes.
nice.
There's been times she's had public appearances during the day. Her husband has been with her sometimes, but for most part, uh, during her public appearances he's there. But when she's out and about by herself, he's no longer around. I don't know if
That
they
would
just.
be what by herself means.
Yes, yes, yes. But anyway, I don't know if it's a marriage of convenience or what it is.
Does she have any magical talent that you're aware of?
Weird.
She does have magical accoutrement that she wears on her person. None of us have been able to determine what it is, and I have not seen, or our spies, mind you, have not seen her cast any kind of spells per se.
How hard would it be to get somebody to follow her?
Well, it
I'd be willing
was
to pay for it.
already hard to begin with because she always seems to find out she's being followed. But now that the strange man has made an appearance, that she apparently is gotten even worse as far as now she travels with 2 armed guards.
So let me get this straight. She has some kind of magical accoutrement that she wears.
Yes.
That you don't know what it is. She always seems to know when she's being followed, which means there has been cause to follow her to begin with.
Well, we follow all nobles to find out what kind of nice trinkets they might have. When you
Yeah,
see a woman of her stature walking around openly with magical clothing on, you would like to find out what she keeps behind closed doors to make
She
money
was
off of
seen-
course.
She was seen just after the shadowed figure on the roof that we spoke of earlier. I think there might be some kind of correlation. Either someone was telling her, or perhaps it was her.
Well, you tell us this person that was on the rooftops went into the sewer system. We hear tell that right after the incident with the fireball and the darkness, that she was on the streets waving down this strange man on a carpet.
Yes.
So I don't know how she could be in 2 places at once.
Hence the reason I said somebody might have been following her.
Possibly, and your friend might have warned them away. But it was none of our people.
I appreciate the honesty. At least I think it's honest. Can I do an insight check on
You
it?
certainly can.
I'm not the best at most.
You
Yeah, I
think-
believe her.
You believe her?
I think it's up and up.
Oh, yeah.
Totally believable.
Yeah, she's
completely
telling the truth.
believable.
She's telling the truth. A little hard to read, but yeah, she's telling the truth. As far as you can tell.
Right, well, I appreciate your time. I know that having somebody new drop in town, no matter what the last name is, never.
No,
I know I didn't
especially
appreciate-
somebody with your talents, but I do appreciate you coming to us first.
I don't like to step on toes. I never did.
And as far as finding out any more information about yourself, I'm sorry that you don't know, and I don't know exactly how to help you, other than eventually the Twin Blades might make their presence known, maybe,
They
or
already did.
the-
This has a nice little tracker on it, I'm sure.
it does, but right now it's inactive because you're in here.
I appreciate that as well. Yes, so I shall be off then. If somebody can show me the way out of your labyrinth, I do appreciate how deep down you have.
Joan will show you back out, and like I said, we'll have a runner meet you sometime tomorrow as far as the private market is concerned.
I nod. Thank you. Are there any businesses you think that I could, that I should stay away from?
That you should stay away from.
Yes.
Well, of course, I wouldn't try breaking into the, and I forgot the name of my own damn store.
The one that I
The hidden trinkets or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
Hidden treasures.
Hidden little treasures?
Hidden little treasures. I would not break into that one. I hear tell there is valuable cargo in that place, and
I have no desire to disrupt anything that that man is doing.
also, let's see. Granted, I don't think you'd want to steal from a butcher.
I don't know. I have a friend who has an affinity for meat.
Yes, we've heard.
Bent Binder, Glory Gems Blacksmith,
Yes,
Hidden Little Treasures.
the Bent Binder. That man is eccentric, but he is in good standing with the guild, so I would much appreciate it if you don't steal from him.
I was more along the lines of because I don't want to step on any toes here, not places that I can help relieve of things by secondary means. More like places that I should not purchase things from because they are not in good standing of the guild, or
Oh.
because you know them to be fake.
Okay, so first of all, the Random Root is a very good place to purchase from. Everything he has is, of course, top of the line. But I would warn you, don't drink too many of his energy drinks because they do have an adverse effect.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's my legs going.
See, also the Curved Raven. I don't know if you'll partake of a place like that. I do know that one of your friends has. They're a place of secrets, so if you do partake of them, be sure to hold your secrets close.
Good to know. Are they a place where you can purchase secrets?
Well, if the
Or are they
price
good?
is right, you might be able to purchase secrets, depending upon what secrets you're looking for.
That's also good to know. I don't want to step on anything that you have going here. I will strive to be nigh to unnoticeable about my trade. Again, I appreciate the time. I look forward to the contact in the morning.
Very well. Thank you very much. And like I said, Joan will show you out.
Thank you.
She walks you back.
Joan, whenever you're ready.
Yes, come with me, or right through this door. Leads you down the hallway. A few turns later, you walk
As
in.
I leave, I press 5 gold coins into Joan's hand. I know it's not much, but it's enough to make it look like I gave a beggar some money. And I nod.
Very well. You walk through the same door into a closet. You're in there for a few seconds. You walk back out the door. You're in the alleyway. So, if there's anything else, thank you for your time and patience, and may the gods show blessings on your day.
And yours as well.
Mm.
I check my pockets.
Oh, are you looking for this? And she holds out your pouch.
I would like it back, please.
Well, of course.
As it was when you took it.
I wouldn't have kept it.
Hmm.
And by the way, your 5 gold are back in there. It was a good idea, but who would I if I was taking handouts? What kind of thief would that be?
Fair enough. I'm sure I'll see you in the morning. Perhaps I can buy you breakfast.
If you haven't already.
If you come in looking like a beggar, that is.
If you haven't already.
And, yeah, I just turn and walk away.
Oh, and tell your friend, watch what women he chase after.
I don't think there's any controlling that one, but I'll mention it.
Oh, I'm not talking about the short one with the bald head, and
I realize which one you're talking about.
I'm talking about the
He
one that
has
likes to go invisible in the middle of the street.
the curved raven. Yes.
All right, and she walks her way down the street away from you.
Yeah, I'll just make my way towards the enchanter's store, slowly meandering, just blending in with the crowd.
All right, what's going on? Anybody else have anything else they'd like to do for the rest of the day?
No, since we have no new information.
Only missed the perception check that might have showed something important. But I blew the wall.
I don't know, Serge, what would you like to do? We're together, aren't we? So,
Yeah, well, I got my armor, and I think I'm doing pretty all right. Right now is probably not the best time, but I hear tell of a few creatures I might like to see.
oh,
If
you
you're,
need me to... Sure.
Need you to be a guinea pig
do we want to
again?
do it here?
here's probably not the best place.
Shall we do it right
no.
now in the middle of the street?
Yeah, no, here's probably not the best place.
You're a pterodactyl. No.
No. Giant walrus. Like 12,000 pounds. That's always a great idea. How long till your Nagpa skull is going to be good?
I gotta come back tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
So,
All right.
yeah.
Well, I think we should probably stick around with most of everyone else, unless you got any
Yeah.
other plans.
No. Do we know where they went?
Not a clue.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Let's
Not a clue at all.
go wander the streets.
Oh, I do have to ask you one question.
Yes.
Just in case something happens, mind if I get a lock of your hair?
Sure. I'll pull the one gray hair I have in my beard out.
Yeah, keep telling yourself it's one.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
now it's going to be 3.
Yeah. Perfect. I'll write that down as
I
my
mean,
notes.
come on. Look, I only had 1 last week, so when I plucked it, that's what happened.
They multiply.
It's like a Hydra.
Okay.
Pulling out to come back.
But when you bring me back something cool.
No promises, but this is for something else. But
Well,
it
you
could
might
be
come
used for
back
that.
looking like what the description of you is.
No
You know
promises,
that, right?
but this is for something else.
Yeah. No.
You're a
Now,
short, bald troll who's both gaunt and overweight.
can you beat a 34 wisdom save?
Maybe a 34 wisdom save.
4. What does it get to 34?
I have a lock of his hair, which is a -10,
Oh,
and then I have
That's what you're doing.
5 because of the knowledge of him. So you have a +8, so 28's the best you could do.
Yeah.
There ain't no way you're passing that. Because
Yeah,
you don't get
so-
guidance for that.
You are a puppet.
I mean, bless would possibly get you there.
Yeah. What is this for?
Scrying.
Oh, scrying?
Yeah, but I could
Okay.
use it for reincarnation if it goes that south.
And,
If we can't
I
get
mean,
to
he
you in
could
time.
use it to make a voodoo doll of you. Things like
Yeah,
that.
you have no idea.
Okay.
You want a magic mushroom? Yeah, let's do that right now. Nothing else is going on. No.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know where Sergeant Rock is right now. Where's everybody else going?
I'm gonna head back to the inn and try to catch up with everybody.
Hey, Buffy.
You're muted.
Muted. Being muted. Yeah, I want to go towards the enchantment because I didn't really do anything there. I have this platinum ring that was just tossed at me when I was found. It was a platinum jeweled ring that doesn't have any magical attributes to it at all. And I would like to go and talk to the enchanter about what options that they might have available for this ring.
What options are you looking for, madam?
Unfortunately, I feel like if I was to, say, fall off of a roof for whatever reason, it's very easy for me to get very hurt. I'd like something that makes me less hurt.
I mean,
Either a ring that can do a shield, perhaps, or a ring that just has a permanent bonus to, like armor class or whatever.
Ring of protection
Yes.
or feather fall type deal.
Mm-hmm. Something.
Yeah, so
let's see.
yeah, may I mean, I figured having a lock of hair is a little bit better than, chopping off a body part.
Okay. Well, in a few levels, I'm not going to worry about that.
Yeah, no, just let me see your finger. All right. Regenerate, you're fine. It just hurts a lot.
Yeah. I just need, 7 more levels a lot to get that?
And we only have 7 more levels.
Yep.
Do you only need 7 more levels for what?
Where I can chop body parts off of me and then attach it right back.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and we only have
Belfie would
7 levels
need
left.
for you never to do that in front of her, please.
Hey, look at this.
The whole body chunking is a bit too much for her, I think.
Do you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yep.
All right, so let's see. Price tag for said item.
$1 million.
All right, let's see. Okay. Oops, wrong way.
Looking for the rarity or something?
Something like that. Hold on.
Ring of Protection's rare.
So you're looking at about 5,000 for it.
That's for +1.
Yes.
+2 would become very rare.
You should have enough.
I do, but I don't know if that's worth.
I mean, it's +1.
Yeah.
I didn't see a +2 listed anywhere in the DM's guide anyway.
No.
I know it's a +1, but I'm also a like miser in real life, so this is very hard in general.
It's only 500 platinum.
That does make it seem a little easier.
Good call.
Just saying.
Yeah.
That's how I bought some of my stuff. It's like, that's a lot of gold.
Now,
That
I
is-
mean,
I have a
mind
decent amount of
you,
plat.
I can always enchant your ring with something different. Well, no, that's still the same.
You know, anything really good is
But the same.
gonna be a lot. Right.
For probably about half that price, I can give you Featherfall on that ring. About 2,500 gold.
What type of charges would that have?
No, it's no charges.
It just works.
When you fall while wearing this ring, you descend 60 feet per round and take no damage from falling.
Yeah. Yup. Right. And to get that quickly, how much extra would that be? I heard that you're willing to take an extra commission to push things ahead of other orders you might have.
Well, that all depends upon what you're willing to offer.
How about I give you a straight 3,000?
I'll have it done to you for midnight.
Appreciated. And you know if there's a jeweler in town?
Yes, there is a jeweler in town, and what was his name?
Third.
That hurt to remove.
Where did I have the jeweler? Did I have a jeweler in this town?
Glory Gems Blacksmith. No. Hidden Little Treasure, Sage and Vulgar Cutter, Wilted Dryad, Random Root, and Crooked Seam. That's all that I've got in
If
my
not,
notes.
it's fine. I will just keep eye out as I travel.
Yeah, I'm thinking the Hidden Little Treasure is the only thing close to a jewelry store they had.
No, this would be a custom order. This is more than enough, and I appreciate your help. And
I've
then I'll just make my
done
way back to
your
the
dream.
It's alright, Dan. It's fine. And then I would just make my way back to the brown plaster to try and find my friends.
All right, well, you get back, and corporal punishment's there. What about Surgeon May I?
It's getting to be about dinner time.
Yeah.
Yes, it's getting pretty close. The sun is starting to go down.
I got good berries unless you want to get there and eat.
Yeah.
And good berries.
Is there
and
actually a
most of the
good restaurant that one of those uppity fancy ones?
Ooh.
I'm sure in the upper district somewhere we could probably find one.
Well,
You
you
know
go
what
get
I
a
haven't done
really good meal.
is eat something like out, not just where I'm staying, but like this is just.
Shall we go
where
and get them then, or do you just want
Honestly-
well, once we find the place, I can send them a message.
to... All right. Yeah, because I can't... Well, I kind of can, but... Animal Messenger, it only does so much. I mean, you could always, send a fireball.
Nah, I can't do that right now. Well, actually, it depends. Would this be considered me just wearing it and walking around attuning to
Have you attuned it?
that?
Have you taken the time to attune to it?
Well, I haven't sat down. I put it on and we were doing all this.
It does
So-
say it has to be a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
What
So
constitutes a short rest?
That's true. You can be walking and
Is a
actually get-
period of downtime at least an hour long during which a character does nothing more strenuous than eating, drinking, reading, or tending to wounds. So,
Okay. Then I'll let you attune to it while you're walking around.
Okay.
And you guys want to try to find some fancy place to go eat at, you said.
Yes.
Some friend mushrooms. Type me an investigation. Or roll me an investigation, not type me.
I'll nudge you and give you guidance and assist you in looking.
Okay.
Unless you're dumber than a brick,
Um,
because I'm just
How-
a brick.
I'm just a brick myself.
Just a break.
I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm a 0, but I'm assisting you and guiding you in looking.
Oh my god.
Christ. I mean, roll the d4. So-
Hold on. You've made that to where I have to find a different one.
And a dumpster with
I
some.
mean, it could have been
It's-
lower.
Is there a town guard by that I could talk to and say if
I can
Yeah.
see a reason why they would send someone looking like you to.
Yeah.
I mean, the best place you could probably go is the. What the hell would the name of the place be?
No.
Because Lord knows what you just rolled is not going to give you the best place in town.
Yeah. You didn't even find that Golden Corral.
Did we find, like, the, back streets Waffle House?
Wait, there was another inn though. A Sage Inn
The
or
Sage
something?
Inn. Yeah, there's a Sage Inn.
Oh, yeah.
so? Talking to a guard.
All right. The best place you could probably go to is down by the docks, called the Merchant's Bat.
Merchant's Bat.
Yeah.
By the docks.
Oh yeah, it was down by the docks. You can't miss it. Just follow the smell.
Okay, because I'm looking to spend several platinum for dinner. For
I mean, if you
probably everybody.
spend several platinum for dinner for everybody there, it's at the tavern. That's a lot of food.
Well, that's what I'm looking for. Something unique and fancy.
Well, it's about the fanciest I can afford. So
Hey, I have an idea. Why don't we go talk to your friend, Lady Alora?
I
you're
have no
friends with
idea.
Lady Alora?
Yes.
I heard she got accosted last night by some weirdo.
Yeah, I chased him off.
I didn't hear about that. I heard she had to actually take him to the jailhouse and have a discussion with the police, but for the watch. But yeah, if you want, they got a pretty decent beer, I guess, and the food's okay. But yeah, the Merchant's Bat is probably the best place you can go.
Okay. Thank you, and I'll hand him platinum.
Oh, he's going to the Merchant's Bat.
Oh man, I know where I'm eating at tonight.
Oh, where are you eating at?
The Merchant's Bat, of course. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna eat at the Brown Plaster Inn. That place is even better than the Merchant's Bat.
Well, if the Brown Plaster Inn's better than the Merchant's Bat, may I?
Might as well just go home.
Yeah.
You had a
Well, ask
shitty
the people at the-
investigation check there.
Well, ask the people at the inn if they know how somebody gets invited to the mansion for a gala or something.
You got to be nobility.
Well, I am nobility.
I'm not from the area, you don't.
Oh, from this area.
Yes,
But
you must be a of a noble house here in town.
Oh, well, because I'm a noble, but not from here, obviously.
Obviously. But no, nobody gets invited there that's not like part of one of the families up there.
So who are the noble families?
You really had to ask me that question.
Well, I mean, you seem to think, you know.
Well, you had the
that you know.
Sibyllans, you had the Sandovals, and you have the Tea Leafs, the Sibyllans, and the Accords.
Sandoval's, the tea
Sandoval,
leaves,
the Tea Leafs,
and
the Sibyllans, which is Sibilans, which is actually twice on there. The Accord, and of course there is the Thorntons. Those are the what was that? The 5 major families in town.
and which one does she belong to, Lady Alora?
Lady Alora. Why do you ask about Lady Alora? Let's see. What family did she?
Oh, I met her last night.
I
She seemed
think
very
she
lovely.
was the Sibyllans.
Oh, she's one of the Sibyllans. Okay.
Yes.
She seemed very nice.
You sure you met Lady Alora?
Well, I mean, you know, girl talk kind of stuff. Because
She doesn't strike me as one that girl talks.
We were both being followed by the creepy guy.
Yeah, I
I
heard
think that
about
kind-
some creepy guy.
I think that kind of gave us a little bond or something. I don't know. You know.
Oh, you're kind of strange for her to be talking to, but I'll take your word for it.
But I mean, you know, it was more of talking about the creepy guy than anything else.
I know, but she's kind of a speciesist, if you know what I mean.
I do.
I
Yeah,
mean, if you're
I
not
mean, I got
elf,
that
then you don't matter to her. I mean, that's the way it seems to me when she's talking. You know, the dwarves she treats as lower class citizens, even the humans.
Yeah, I'm a little different than dwarves and humans.
Well, you're extremely different, but you're not an elf, and like I said, if you're not an elf, then she tends to treat you poorly.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like we were all buddy and hugging and exchanging like makeup. It was more just like, hey, so that creepy guy, you saw that creepy guy too, right? Yeah, I did.
Well,
And then she went home.
I'll
So.
have to take your word for it.
Yeah.
So, it's evening. Have you decided where you're going to go eat at?
Well,
I guess-
apparently the Brown Plaster Inn is better than the Merchant's Bet. So,
Yeah. So I guess we'll go back.
You sure you want to check that place out? I mean, he said the Brown Plaster Inn's better.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. I think we just go back to our rooms and eat there. I was hoping to find a upscale place that where there might be a chance that we run into certain people.
Oh, really? Ones who
I
have
think it's
restraint?
best if we just go back and eat at the Brown Plaster Inn.
All right, so,
Okay.
Sarge, where you at?
Well, when Rock gets hungry, he's gonna go home for dinner. Brown plaster.
All right. It's gotten to be about 9 bells, and
Okay.
just about everybody's at the tavern. Is that when Sergeant Rock gets hungry, or is he sticking around or leaving? What? Okay.
He gets hungry a little bit earlier than that, more like 7 bells. But
Okay.
once he gets back, he realizes he's gotten stale on surveillance, so he'll just hang around the brown plaster inn and kind of people watch.
All right. So you're people watching. What do you? Well, welcome back. I hope you all had a very fine day. What can I get for you?
Anything with the good crusty bread?
Well, good crusty bread.
Bread?
I mean, I can get you bread. I mean, is there something specific you're looking for?
No, a good crusty bread with whatever the soup that you have would just be perfect for me, honestly.
Well, we
You
have
really should have some of these fried mushrooms. They're really good.
we have some turnip stew with peas.
All Very nice.
Tonight we also have a meatball sandwich as well as the Phoenix casserole. Do any of those sound interesting to you?
Wait, what's in the Phoenix casserole?
Phoenix, of course.
Like the bird?
Yes, it's bird, but it's not actually Phoenix because we can't actually cook that. It's
okay,
it's fowl. It's the yard birds that we have out back.
Is it as foul as the coffee?
No, I mean fowl as in bird.
Oh.
And well, I don't know how bad the coffee is unless you're referring to cafefe, which we pronounce differently.
Which is bad.
Yeah, the soup and bread would be the turnip and pea stew and bread would be perfect for me,
All right,
please.
would you like a mug of Perry to go with that?
I'll actually take a mug of ale.
Mug of ale? Do you want the
The darkest, please.
okay, tankard of bitter coming towards you. And that'll be a grand total of, let's say 4 silvers for all that. What about the rest of you?
You got any of them meatballs that aren't cooked?
I don't really recommend you eat the meatballs that aren't cooked. There's this warning that they seem to give out of, undercooked meats can be very dangerous for your digestive system. They have sometimes if they're not cooked enough, there's critters that can be found in them.
Well, that's what I prefer. I prefer raw meat. So.
That's right, you do, don't you? I'll see if there's any meatballs that have not been cooked yet. But while I'm doing that, anybody
and
else?
some extra for my alicorn, please. For my horse. My horse, I meant.
Yes, the one with the horn. Gotcha. Anyone else?
Burger and fries.
Burger and fries. What exactly would that be?
Well, I guess I should be more specific. I like a cheeseburger. Fries with ketchup.
Yes, you're still got to be a little lost there, lad. What exactly is a burger with fries? Or a cheeseburger with fries and cat soup?
Well, I reckon that...
I can get you some cat soup if that's really what you prefer, but...
No, I think that meatball sandwich sounds close enough to a burger. Can you put some cheese on that sandwich? And yeah, I'll just eat that.
I'm sure we can do that. No, I still don't understand what these fries are.
Well, how about some potatoes just cut up?
You don't want them cooked in any way?
Well, you want to put them in a pan and fry them a little bit.
Put them in a pan and fry them.
By the time we leave, they're going to have a completely different menu between fried mushrooms and steak and now cheeseburgers.
So
That's right.
you just put them in the pan and you fry them. What do you...
Well, you're making hash browns.
What? Brightail hash browns.
Hash browns, yeah.
What are hash browns?
Well, it's a way of making the potatoes. You just cook them up in the pan.
Aye. See what we can do there, lad. What about the rest of you? Any other weird responses or requests you'd like to make?
Dear God, just the ale.
Well, I was hoping for a nice big juicy steak.
Unfortunately, the only steak we had here was the one we had last night, and the last I cooked it is sitting at your table, and I did not see any more come in today.
I didn't get a chance to stop at the butcher. I'm so sorry.
So is there anything else you'd like to have out of the order that I just made? Or would you like one of these burgers and fries things?
Well, Rock, could you not just go back and show them how you make it?
Dear Lord, I'm never getting my soup.
I mean, that might be easier.
That might be the most practical way. You're right. Yeah.
Because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. Without a deep fryer, they're just going to have to make fried potatoes. But I'll go help them out.
Aye, lad. I mean, we let her cook last night. I don't see why we shouldn't let you cook this evening.
I think a fair trade would be if you made him cook enough that you could sell off some of the others. Maybe you'll start a new trend.
Maybe add something to the menu.
It might be good. Something new we can add to the menu. It might be
Something
good.
that only you will know how to prepare in this town.
Aye, lass. Are you looking for a decrease in your menu price?
No, but I am looking for maybe if it is successful, allowing the table to try some tomorrow night.
Try some tomorrow night, huh?
So, what about? I
I'll
mean,
just
are the
take
rest of
whatever.
you wanting the same thing? Let me make you some burgers and fries.
You know what? Sure. Why not?
If he's gonna
How
cook
bad
it,
could
sure.
it be?
All right, then, sir, follow me to the kitchen. A few minutes later, he comes out with the ale and the soup for you, some raw meat for you, corporal punishment, and you two didn't order drinks.
I'll take a tea.
Aye, that's
I'm
right.
fine.
You're the wee
They're
little
going to
tea
hate us
drinker.
here. They're going to spit in everything.
I'm good. I'm all
Oh,
right. When
And
they're
you
invited,
rolled a
I'll just.
16 on your performance check to make this food.
Yeah.
All right.
Did
so-
your little friend guide you? Did Seymour guide you?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Seymour's
because he's
gonna-
on your back and he can guide. What all can that guy do?
Apparently, that's all you can do at the moment is a guide. All right, so roll a guidance, 17. So you take some of the ground Roth meat that they have, and you make your patties, and you cook up your burger. Tell me how you make the fries, though.
I assume they don't actually have a deep fryer.
They have the metal skillet. They don't actually have a deep fryer to put stuff in, but they do have oils and such for
So the best I
lard.
can do is hash browns. So I'll just make hash browns and serve those with the burgers.
Okay, I mean they do have lard that you can like put in the skillet if you want to like make up for frying.
Yeah,
Do it.
yeah, do that. That's a better way.
Okay. So with your 17, you bring out these fat, juicy cheeseburgers with French fries. Now you don't see nothing back there that you can have ketchup with, but
No, I'll take care of that myself. But I will make sure there's some onions and mushrooms on there with the hamburgers.
all right.
And on my own, I can prestidigitate some local sauce into ketchup.
I don't know what it tastes like, but now it tastes like ketchup.
Hey, don't be taking all my mushrooms there, Sergeant Rock.
Say that we could have some.
I'm assuming they have some mushrooms in the back.
Actually, after last night's escapade, I believe they did go down and buy them some. So yes. All right, so you guys have your meal. Now it reaches about 9 bells that we were saying earlier. You're finished with your meal. What are y'all doing? Well, I mean, it was a great burger. I mean, I don't know what everybody else thinks, but it's not the best one you've ever had, apparently, in your mind.
How Mom did it. Mom always did it right.
Smells pretty good.
Yeah, she always used the square bread and would pull the crust off of it, and you get this nice like red bread looking thing.
Yeah, she knows the right proportion of onions to put in the meat before you pack it up and put it on the grill.
Yeah, you didn't see any eggs back there to use because usually she puts the eggs in there too.
Oh, that's what was missing.
Well, Rock, now that I think about it, I do have this bag of seasoning that you could have used.
Oh, ain't that a shame?
I mean, and if you want to do that on the road, I got a mess kit.
That'll make a fine
So,
stew.
what about the two of you? How do you like the burgers?
Oh, 6?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want to do the same method he uses?
Sure.
My soup is delicious.
Yeah, you love it, Serge. That's an excellent sandwich. May, on the other hand, you're kind of like on the fence. You don't know whether it's, real good or not. It's kind of like,
I take the mushrooms out.
yeah,
The
you're not a big
onions out.
you're not a big onion eater.
Yeah, take some of the stuff off that I don't like and figure out what I do like. And I might have a second favorite now.
All right, so your meals are done. What are you doing?
Right.
Yeah, actually, didn't we get an alchemy jug at some time? Jug of alchemy?
You'd have to look under ducks because ducks would be the one that would have it. Because if I remember right,
Because it makes mayonnaise.
yeah, it makes mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Serge could pull the goo out of his bag and
Well, I mean, I don't have anything that would be worth eating. That stuff's pretty rank even for me.
I don't think prestidigitate might change the flavor of it, but it ain't gonna change what happens when you eat it.
Nope. I mean, I can, try and make it taste a little better, but no promises.
And you guys smell it every time he opens that bag up.
Yeah, I haven't opened that one in a minute.
Now it's what, after 9 bells?
Mm-hmm.
Should we patrol the streets again tonight for a little bit? And
I am so tired. I'm going to wait here in the bar for a while. I have a.
Oh yeah, you're pretty
Okay.
worn out by now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the effects of your shot have ended.
No, the guy said that my ring would be done by midnight.
Yep.
His store is not open at midnight, so I'm just gonna pick it up in the morning.
Okay.
So if I take a long rest, do I get rid of my point of exhaustion?
If you take a long rest, you do, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. Go long rest with Fred. Get him some fresh water. Feed him. Some of the meat.
Before you shove off with
meat?
your Fred, yes. I had some information. I don't necessarily want to talk about it in the middle of the dining room. Can I steal you all for just a few moments in one of the rooms?
Yeah, I have some information too that I think Brother May I might be interested in.
okay. Yeah.
So
Really
I'll relay once we get into the room. I just want to relay what I learned from the Thieves Guild about that. The woman you had Anne intermingling with, we'll say a liaison or whatever. That she does have some magical items on her, and that nobody really seems to know too awful much about her in regards to like. What's she up to? Like, who is she as a person? Type of thing. And I wanted to let you know about the sewers that they went down into. So if you are going to go patrolling, that you should maybe keep a stealthy eye around them. Nothing too obvious. And I look over at Senor Invisible over there. And just, let you know about all of that stuff that you heard me be told.
And I'm going to relay that Lady Alora is one of the 5 noble houses, and you have to be part of one of the 5 noble houses to get invited to her place, and she only likes elves.
So snobbish little thing.
Yes, apparently she has like a real disdain for most other races. But if you're an elf, you're golden with her.
Rock will get up. Well, I guess I'll go start a stakeout on that sewer grate. See what comings and goings I can espy. He pulls his hood up and heads up.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to lay down. I am very tired. After a full meal and a nice cup of brown, I'm absolutely ready. I do have an early pickup in the morning, so I do have to run back to the enchanters if anybody would like to go with.
Oh, I'll go with, because I have to pick up something too.
Oh, well, mine's going to be done like first thing in the morning. It's probably done now. I'm just too tired to pick it up.
You gave him extra money, did
I don't know what you're talking about, darling.
I paid extras to get my shit first before.
Oh, really? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
It's like I didn't figure that out.
Yes, sir.
1 and 1 makes 2.
Well, such as it may be. I also learned a little bit about my own thing, but that seems to pale in comparison to everything that's going on with the children. So, as far as anybody in the guild knows, the great, I think, might be one of the better ways for us to.
So Sergeant Rock goes to step out of the room invisible and knocks over an end table.
So I have a question.
Great.
Rock has plate mail, which is
Yep.
disadvantage,
Mhm.
but you've also got boots of elvenkind, which are advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Negates it. Now you have a cloak of invisibility that grants advantage
So should it be
when you're
advantage?
invisible. So how's that work? You negate one and gain an advantage?
No,
But he wasn't invisible because he just made us dinner.
No,
no,
but
he
he
put
said he
us-
did it
Well,
in a
this is
room.
more of a question for Dan.
No, he
Yeah.
just negates his advantage. The
Okay.
disadvantage, whatever.
Any
Just
number
checking.
of negate any number of disadvantages, and it doesn't matter if you have 5 advantage and 1 disadvantage.
Yep.
It just cancels.
Yep, just
So-
figured I'd.
But apparently he spilled a bunch of onion gravy on his fatigues. So despite being invisible,
After he went invisible.
You brought your meal here. Figured that we would wait till we're done.
Yeah, he goes to go invisible and then all of a sudden spills it all over the front of himself. So, there's this big gravy stain just walking in midair.
Nice.
You might want to cover that, dear.
I'll be back.
Can you use some of that American know-how?
All right, so you're heading out to check on whatever surgery that she pointed out. What's everybody else doing? I think Belfie's going to sleep. Corporal is talking about getting her long rest in.
Yeah, I'm going back to feed Fred and going to sleep.
I
What's the
would
other
like to do a patrol through neighborhoods, see if I can see that shadow again. And I will have my keeper's emblem just on the outside of my arm.
Okay, noted. What about you, Serge?
Oh, you're really going out tonight?
Yeah, you want to come along? I'm all doing a little. I won't be out too late. Maybe come back by 12 bells.
All right, yeah. If you're gonna be back, yeah, I wasn't hoping to spend all night out, but yeah, I can do that with you.
As you're leaving, it's probably a good thing to note that you weren't wrong following somebody on the rooftops. The owl might be good. It's just an idea, and I'm like literally getting in bed, just pulling up blankets in my armor. I don't care. Just,
You don't care at all.
it's leather armor. I'm just gonna deal with it.
Yeah, I'm wearing some a little bit heavier medium
Lock the
armor
door.
now.
Is our room upstairs or
Um,
downstairs?
Up.
Do you got a
Okay.
key to lock this door with? You're muted.
I'll lock it when you all leave. I'll get up. But
I mean, I got this rug if you're interested.
Nope. I'm. Well,
I also got this bell. If you want
I
to
have
set
a-
it up somewhere,
I have
that
a
can fall.
bell. I have a bell as well. I feel like the rug's not a horrible idea, actually. But instead of by the door, I would like it by the window.
All right, I'll hand you my rug of smothering, not rocks, that he now has.
Put it by the window. How do we? Okay, real question. Putting the rug down and taking it up, is there a trick to it?
Kind of.
Right, I'm going to let
Don't
you
know how.
that.
I say
You're-
How would you
Set it
like to?
down and
How would you?
roll it
I was like, how would you like to lay it down?
It's currently rolled up, and my assumption is just you set it down and roll it out and leave it be. Now rolling it up,
Not my rug. If you don't roll it back up, I guess you didn't want it that bad.
Okay, so as
I
you
mean-
guys are standing there and she's going to sleep, May I throws his hood up of his cloak, and the next thing you know, there's a wraith pretty much standing there in the room with you, and it just kind of floats through the wall.
The fuck was that?
with my passive, would I have noticed that that was May I?
Oh, you saw him throw the hood up over him, and all of a sudden he turned into
Okay.
this wraith-looking creature.
Do you ever wonder what your life choices have
It's-
led you to in the company you keep?
You know, it's probably best not. You know,
But
I
he's
left
on
my
our
home
side,
for
right?
this, and this is what I've got. So,
Right, maybe when I'm less tired, we can discuss whatever that just was. That could be very handy, though. I mean, that could be very handy.
all right, have a good night.
And when he leaves, I'm going to lock the door and I'm going to put my little bell so if the door opens, it'll ring and wake me up. And then the rug's by the window and I'm going to bed.
All right, noted.
And I'm just going to hope that he doesn't get all creepy and lick my boots while I sleep.
Well, how perceptive are you?
Not as perceptive as you.
I'm not as perceptive as ducks.
All right, so what are you doing, Serge? Apparently the other two have already left.
Well, I'm gonna make my way outside. I have no idea where May I went.
I'm waiting outside for you. And I will...
Floating out in the hallway.
Actually, no. I'll just go out towards the window side of the wall.
Oh,
So
you're
I
out
don't freak out
outside.
Just creeping.
Just kind of floating outside the window.
It's the best inn to stay in. It has great burgers, but it's haunted AF. No.
Yeah.
How long does that
Yelp review?
work or last?
You'll stay in corporeal, but you can only
Oh.
pass through the one wall after you've cast those charges.
Okay. Yeah. Once I'm out and on the ground, I'll flip back the hood and wait for Sarge.
What is the weather like? Pop it up.
Okay. Currently, it is complete cloud cover. You don't see a moon or stars. You can tell that the winter storm from up north is creeping closer. From your report, it gives you how much time?
24 hours.
So you'll know by this time tomorrow the storm will have hit.
All right. I'm gonna go out on my way down. I'm gonna let them know that. It's like I have a feeling that the weather's gonna be pretty nasty tomorrow. Just so you know. You might
Aye,
wanna-
my knee's been telling me all day.
Yeah, you might want to let everyone know that that's here, just in case they don't get caught in the storm and everything like that. It'd be a
Aye,
shame.
very nice of you. Thank you very much, lad.
Yeah, take care.
Yes.
Are
Are you heading out for the evening?
Oh, I'll be back later. Probably, not too long.
Aye, well, be careful. I heard there's some strange people out about.
Yeah, I hope I don't run into those folks.
Yeah, especially the one weirdo that likes to go after women and kids.
I heard he likes licking their feet.
And something about halflings, too. I don't know.
Yeah, it's terrifying, really. Take care. And I'll head out.
Yeah, he crawls around on all fours and starts licking people's shoes.
Yeah, I heard, he can twist his head 360. It's weird.
I haven't heard that one yet, but
Kind of like an owl, almost.
I wouldn't put it past the freak.
All right.
And his legs and his arms are all elongated, and he's like walking over backwards.
Yeah, it's super strange.
I even hear he can go outside the buildings that way.
Now we're making it exactly like that. All coming full circle. All right.
I'll spider climb down the stairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Exactly like that.
That's a little freaky, even if you see it in person. Now you're outside, so you can't do that.
I know.
All right. So I'm gonna walk outside, cast Pass Thou Trace once I see you. Well, you ready to head out?
Yeah.
Who else gonna be following us or be with us?
I think it's just us. I think Sarge already took off to go check out the grates. I'm just wanting to scan the rooftops because the creature was over towards the market area, the north side market area.
Yeah, I remember seeing him. I was just a little preoccupied.
Yeah.
So, how do you want to go about this?
Well, apparently we're considered feds around here, so we're in this in case the guards stop us.
Rather not cause any issues like that. But it's pretty dark. There's some cloud cover. It might be a little easier to hide.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
It's up to you.
It's 6 one way, half a dozen the other. I'm sure whatever it was last night has recognized me, so me being invisible might be, well, not invisible, but stealthy might be more efficient.
Yeah, I mean, I can help out. I'm planning on not looking like this. And with this armor, it's a little clinky.
Okay.
more than my last. So you want to start walking or just try and sneak the entire way?
He froze.
I think he froze.
We lose him.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
like,
we've lost him. Time stop.
He's just being very
Let's
sneaky about
do
his response.
what we can.
All right, Sergeant Rock, you're making your way towards the grate. Give me a perception. While we wait for Marcus to get either reconnected or for his nephews that he's with.
I think that's what he said.
Yeah, we didn't quit playing Call of Duty on him. All right.
Stop using the damn bandwidth.
Noted. With your 10 perception, yep, there we lost
All right,
him.
Yep, he's gone.
We'll get him back here in a moment, and the cameras should straighten up by then, hopefully. It won't be too long. All right, so you make your way. You get all the way to the grate in which you were informed about, and yeah, there it is, sitting in the middle of the alleyway with the lid on it.
Rock will dig the rug that he threw into his bag of holding out and set it in front of the sewer grate as marked.
Okay.
And then he'll go over here, 80 feet away, and set up a surveillance position where he can watch. And if something comes out of the sewer grate, maybe he'll step into the rug of smothering, and then he'll go and point. Something like that.
Where nobody can see anyway. All right. So let's see.
Yeah, we'll just start making our way, I guess.
Yeah,
You said
give-
a fuse was blown. Be right back.
Okay, why don't you give me a stealth check for you at least?
Oh, okay. Well, I got Pass Without Trace going. I was not going to be myself, so let me look at my dex. Oh, that's +5. All right, so 5 plus stealth. I think it's just a normal. Let's go with the straight roll. 32 on my end. Because I am not
Alright.
myself. I am high in the air
Copy that. Gotcha.
as an air elemental.
Ooh, that even better.
Yeah, I'm just trying to stay way up there in the dark.
So now we just got to figure out what May Ai's stealth is.
Yep.
All right. So, unfortunately, since we're having an issue on that end, it hits about 10 bells. Nothing's come through the grate.
Yeah, and I was going to head over to where they are.
Over
Oh, dear,
to
we-
where?
Where the person was seen.
Okay. So.
So-
You're about a block or two away from where Sergeant Rock's at right now.
Cool.
Give me
I'll just-
perception for your whatever you're flying around as. An owl?
No, I'm an air elemental.
You did
Yep,
say.
air elemental in the air. And it's going to be... No, that's not it. It's going to be this. The first one, 27.
Okay, so you don't see anybody on the roofs. You do see some people milling around in the streets still.
Okay.
Is that the extent of your investigation?
I'm just moving around, looking, trying to spot where a person could have gone, could have been.
Okay.
I'm not going to be chasing the people who are just milling around, but I will be going out and about. Did you mention the grate? I think you did, right? So yeah, I'll look for that grate and see if I notice anything.
Yep, you find a grate and there
untoward.
is a rug in front of it.
Okay, I will.
Nice rug.
It's real nice rug.
Yeah,
High
it makes
quality.
perfect sense that there's a rug right there. I've never seen that rug before.
Actually, no, you haven't.
Yeah, I haven't. So, yeah,
Oh,
I'll just be in the air and
there he
I'll
is.
set myself over. Not on this roof, but above it, looking around.
Like a ghost.
Similar to a ghost, but more like
No,
an
Sergeant
element.
Rock sees you.
Yeah.
So you see Surge just kind of floating around in the air.
How far is your witch site?
Well, he can see up at 120 feet. Which site's within
My
30?
switch
Isn't it?
start only goes 30 feet. So
Yeah,
I still see.
You might have seen him
elemental.
fly above you, and then he turns
Yeah.
into the elemental.
I have seen Surge do the water elemental and the air elemental thing before.
You've seen me
Mm-hmm.
in earth. I haven't really done fire. So, but yeah,
And I need a stealth check from Brother May I.
Alrighty. Stealth. Sorry about that. Yes.
That's
Oh,
okay.
it's all right.
It happens.
Wow.
yeah, yours is not gonna be with my fun stuffs
Why is that?
because
'Cause
I'm in
he's-
the air.
Yeah, he's in the air.
Unless you polymorphed yourself and are with me.
Sure, we can polymorph.
Yeah, it's up to you. Because
Yeah,
then you'll have the +10.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, you're gone. I'm just gonna have to do what I have to do.
Yeah.
I'm just a cloud in the wind.
Oh, we're clouds.
I'm an air elemental.
Oh, okay.
I'm.
Did
We're
you
in a
cast?
pass without trace beforehand.
Okay, what did you cast on me?
Cast silent farts.
I can't cast it on you unless we're not rolling with pass without trace. It's up to you.
Oh, that's what. If that's what you're gonna do, I'll do regular, walking and talking and stuff.
Okay, so
Okay,
then you will
all right.
not be affected by the.
Pass without trace.
Because once
Yeah.
he's within 30 feet away from you, you will not get the effect.
And I
So
want
why don't
to
you
be
give
kind
me your
of
stealth
out of the
check?
way.
Didn't I do my stealth check?
I don't believe
You did
so,
not before you left.
because you got frozen.
Yeah.
I thought I just clicked it.
So yeah, I've got 32 stealth, 27 perception, in the air, in the clouds. All that fun stuff.
Is it not wanting to?
I'm not seeing it.
Not coming up.
Not playing
Oh.
nice. Oh,
Oh, darn
well,
it.
I mean, you have disadvantage. It could be worse. It's not.
Brother, may I come stomping into view?
King, 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 king. I mean, it's a -1. It could be a 0.
Okay.
And may I can distinctly smell spilled gravy over there to the east of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just be. That's 35 feet in the air. Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where are you at, may I? On the map?
Let's see. We put ourselves on the map.
Yeah.
You can
at?
if you want. It's no big deal. Sergeant Rock is right here. I'm going to say the
I'm,
inn is probably... We'll just say the inn's over this way somewhere.
Okay.
And
Let me zoom out
the...
because I'm not seeing anybody.
Oh, well. Nobody's on there, so nobody's put a character out. Sergeant
Yeah.
Rock
Oh.
is here.
He's there. I'm over here.
The Hidden Treasures is here. You guys are up here somewhere from where the other inn is.
Don't you see Sergeant Rock? He's
Oh, he is there now.
Yep.
yeah,
If he's clinking along, then I'll just go ahead of him. But if I see him being tailed, I will stay in the air near him.
Okay.
I'll be over this tree. Did we discuss before we left that we were going to go hang out and whatnot?
no. Rock thought he was going to just be doing surveillance by himself.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm just patrolling the streets like I
I-
did.
I can't
Yeah.
contact you, so this is perfect.
We don't have that guy with the weird ghostwise.
Nope,
Mental
we
count.
do not. He is currently resting off whatever issues happened the night before.
Yep. So, how far back would you say?
Mm,
Because I see something.
about 30 feet behind.
Okay.
You don't see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not even with that.
Okay.
So.
Well, this is just me looking at the rooftops to make sure.
Yes, the person had a higher stealth than what you just rolled to look for.
Okay.
So. Yep.
How long have we been out?
10 bells.
Okay, so it's at least now. I'll send a message to Surge. Is there anything noticeable?
He can't
Can I
respond to you
reply?
because you can't understand. You can't understand whatever elemental.
Orin.
I still have my mentality. So could I?
It's a mental connection.
Mm.
Yeah, because in Wild Shape, I keep my mentality. It's not like polymorph.
Okay. So you go to cast your spell to communicate through sending or message.
Sending.
All right.
Oh, slot. Wow.
What are you saying?
A Surge. Anything out there that you've noticed? I haven't seen movement on the rooftops.
That it?
That's it.
Well, I'm in front of you above this tree. I see Rock to my left hiding, and I see a person about 30 feet behind you sneaking up on you. You're being tailed. You might want to let Rock know where you're at.
Now, from your angle, you also see a group of people meandering around here, a group of people over here, some over here. Yeah, a couple
people.
walking around over this way.
Just meandering. All right. And I'll, however many words that was. And civvies. There you go. 2 extra words.
Were you able to describe what he was? What he
I
looked
don't know
like?
how many words I used, so
Well, see, there was no description in his response to your message. Do you wish to do another sending?
I just said Rock's to my left, you're to my front, there's civvies around, but I didn't count my words. That's the gist. That's my fault.
Uh,
Well, you did say you're being tailed.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did say you're being tailed about 30 feet behind. Ish.
okay. I'll go ahead and send a second, see if I can get some kind of description as I continue walking along.
Okay, and you asked this question how?
Sending.
I know, but
Oh. 30 feet back. Can you give me a description of what they look like?
Alright, I'm going to move up 45 feet, keeping stealth. High in the air.
I don't think I could see you if I tried. Well, I take that back. I probably could.
32 is what I rolled.
So even with a natural, I would not be able to get that. All right.
Yep. I reply, I move up.
And you describe as a rather slender individual, dark clothing. You can't actually get a good look at their face because they have a hood pulled up over their head. And they're trying to hide in shadows, but you actually can see that they're there. You just can't get a real good description of what they look like.
Okay.
Is there a...
So I will say slender, dark
Hold
clothing.
on. GUI reward for Sergeant Rock.
Okay.
Give me a D20 roll, Sergeant Rock. That's a GUI reward, not a GUI item. So, D20.
So still 30 feet behind, or have they moved closer?
They're still about 30 feet behind him. They're like
Okay.
keeping pace with him.
Is
4,
30
5,
feet
6,
behind.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Advantage on the saving throw.
All right. Oh, I have 2 of those now.
Okay, yeah, they're still they're keeping the same speed he's keeping, and they seem to be following him. Is what it looks like.
Okay.
And you can tell they're
Okay.
trying to stay hidden, but with your perception, you were able to barely catch you're barely able to catch the glimpse of them.
Okay.
okay. Is there a alleyway I can move into?
You tell me. It's on the map.
Yep, I was gonna say rocks to northwest. Is that one word or two words?
One word.
One word. Contact
Is this another sending?
him. I'm using my same words. I'm just counting them out.
I'm saying, is this the
'Cause
third
it's-
sending?
This was the second. I'm replying to him.
Okay.
So yeah. So yeah. So I'm just like contact rock. He's to your northwest.
Northwest.
He's more southwest from his angle. No, north.
Yeah, I'm saying
Northwest. Look at
rocks to your northwest.
Sergeant Rock. If you check up here, right above where May I is at, it shows you the
There's a compass.
the map is turned sideways.
Yep. So rock is to your northwest.
That is
I'm above you. Don't look. That's
30 will put me here. Is this alleyway kind of secluded?
Mm-hmm. Excluded enough.
Okay. I will stand there with my back turned.
Okay.
I'll send a third message. Say I'm gonna hold up in this alley, see if it comes down with me.
This is a lot of spell slots.
don't talk to rock. Okay. Gotcha. I will move down to the top of the house and be on the other side, just peeking over.
Okay. So go ahead and give me an active perception.
And I will let you know that I've got you covered if you get attacked.
Active perception.
But yeah, I'm describing, like I described these slim and black, traveling like 30 feet behind you, keeping pace. But that's what I've told you. Hopping
Alright,
from shadows.
So, Surge, you notice it stop across the street from the alleyway and is hiding in the shadow of the bush that's there. Just sitting there waiting.
Okay.
Okay. I don't notice anything.
Let's see. You have, what is the vision rating on that? You have the fucking double sight. What am I thinking?
Yeah, 120 for devils.
Yeah, just barely. Okay, you barely catch the glimpse of somebody sitting over the shadows of the bushes over there across the street.
That matches the description.
Yeah, dark clothing, hood pulled over.
Okay. I will turn around,
Every now and then.
slowly walk back, look to my left, look to my right. Do I see any civvies?
Because all I said was civvies around.
You do catch the glimpse of some civvies over here that went down this way. You catch the group, couple walking up that direction, and that's the only ones you see currently.
Okay. But none looking down this alley, right?
Not that you can notice.
All right. I will stare at the guy, grin, put my hood up, do one charge, and then just start walking towards him.
All right. So with that, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Spin. There we go.
All right. So that's not what I wanted to push. Congratulations. You are now glowing.
Okay.
Eerie fire.
So fairy fire has been cast on you. With that, I need you to roll me initiative.
actually,
Son of a
what I've
biscuit.
noticed has casting.
I don't know if you'd notice it or not. It's innate. It wasn't with no material components.
Oh, it just happens.
It's an innately cast spell.
Okay, that's why I was wondering if I could counter it or not.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how that works when they don't use any kind of components or anything. It is a innately cast spell. Requires no material components. So,
Okay.
I mean, I guess you probably could, couldn't you? Couldn't you stop an innately cast spell?
If they're still
So
casting
if
it.
you want to cast counter spell, go for it.
Okay.
Don't you have to know it's being like? Can't you? Don't you have to see it?
He
being
sees him. He
cast?
sees him doing
Okay.
hand movements.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, the only thing that you would have trouble fighting on counterspelling is a sorcerer's subtle casting using
Yeah.
subtle spell.
Okay. I will
Drive the spell.
cast that.
All right, you stopping it?
Actually, no. Actually, so I'm kind of glowing, but I'm incorporeal. So I'm a glowing wrath-looking thing.
Yeah, that's your scene.
Fuck it, yeah. I'll counter it. Fourth. That's all I got left.
All
I
right.
got one more fourth, but
Okay, so you counterspell. You're not fairy fired, but you do get to roll me initiative.
alrighty.
And hold on.
Click my token because I see all this going on.
Oh yeah, you get
Rock
to roll it
wants in
too.
on this.
All right.
That's an intelligence save. That's not initiative.
Nope, it's not on ones.
Whoops. There we go. 11.2, not just an 11. Wait, why is it a 0.2? That should be a... Oh yeah, because it's a 20. So that should be like a... Yeah, because the rest would be 0.1 whatever.
Okay. Excellent. So yeah, you've countered his spell, so he gets to go first.
Okay.
Look at that pale white hair. That's the kind of hair that Drow have.
And with that, he will 16 to hit.
Nope.
All right, yeah. Crossbow bolt comes from his direction, bounces off your armor, and let's see. That is all right. And we will let you do what you're going to do. Go ahead. Sergeant Rock's next, but he's out of range.
Yeah, he sits there looking.
So, Brother May, what are you going to do as soon as this thing fires off at you?
Okay. He'll probably make the save. But
Naughty no.
yep. I will just chuckle at him and wave my finger as in shame. Where's my Nero? There it is.
You've got that equipped too, huh?
Yeah.
It's a wonderful spell, really.
Oh, why did that do that? That's not how I wanted to roll that.
All right, so Naughty No has a what is it? A Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw 18.
All right, I got a 23.
Okay.
Plus, hold on. Yeah, that's it. 23.
That is more than adequate. Very disappointing.
Yep. Okay. And I will still work my way towards him.
Okay, Surge, what are you doing?
So, I'm going to sneak my way down on top of this guy. And would it be surprised to attack him for my first attack?
Yeah, you're hidden.
Okay, so let me roll 2d8 plus 8, or 2d20 plus 8. It's gonna be easier. So would a 25 hit?
Yes, a 25 does hit.
All right, and that's gonna be 14 magical, bashing, bludgeoning.
All right, let's see. Can I actually? Okay, give me a second.
Mm-hmm. And then I have a second attack, which is not at advantage because I
All
just
right, and
used
you
that
took
one.
14.
It's gonna be 14 magical bludgeoning,
Yep, taken.
and then 22 for 15 magical bludgeoning. 22 to hit for 15.
Okay, done. Now,
All right, and I can't use that because that's also an action, but I will stay right in his face.
and it's 5 minutes till 11, so we will pick up here next week.
Gotcha.
So yes, so Brother May I has encountered somebody chasing him, and combat has ensued between the three of them. The party is split 3 ways. No, I take it back. 4 ways. Nothing bad could happen. Oh, and Brother May I has used up a lot of spell slots just talking to the air elemental.
As you know, talk to Rock.
I don't even
Excellent.
know what to think about that.
It's okay.
This is perfect timing.
So, what will happen next week?
Hmm?
Well, we know we found one drow. Are there more? I mean, our viewers might know if they've been paying attention. So with that, let's see. So with that, we will bid you adieu. See y'all next week. Don't forget, tomorrow night is our Curse of Strahd campaign. Friday night, of course, depending upon how the schedule works, we should be starting our first episode of the campaign that Lunatic Dungeon Master, aka Ronnie, aka Sideer, from our Friday night game, is going to be running for us. Whereas a group of us are all, I guess, start off as prisoners, and we'll see what happens from there. It's kind of a Final Fantasy feel for it. Next Sunday, of course, we'll pick up here with this campaign. So thank you for joining us this evening. Don't forget the 7th for our Extra Life fundraiser gameplay. And, of course, you're more than welcome to contribute to them prior to that day if you wish. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, have a good week. Remember, we're all in this adventure together. So help those around you out the best you can. Treat others with the golden rule. Always with the golden rule. Treat them the way you would like yourself to be treated. If you do that, then you can't go wrong. Unless you just, are a sadist. Or a masochist. Which is it? I'm kind of confused. That's one of those.
Thanks.
But anyway, y'all have a good week.